Hey, what's going on, guys? Let's get over here. Welcome back to Access Vegas. We've made it since October and haven't got banned, but I'm guessing it's going to end tonight. The streak is going to end tonight. Here we go, y'all. Hold on to your booty holes. Here we go, guys. We're going to introduce our guests.
5 years of developing this channel. It's all going to go to hell tonight.
We're gonna introduce our guests. First of all, she's a DJ right here and a producer in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's DJ Alley Cat. How you doing, DJ?
I'm good.
Hey, good to see you. There she is over there. Okay, beautiful. He was voted the top PUA in the world 3 years in a row. He's been a dating coach for 18 years, and he's now in mergers and acquisitions. Mr. Adam Lyons. How you doing, Adam?
Good, man. Good to be here.
The proto PUA. The proto PUA. His vice president of all of his companies and his wife, Miss Eve Lyons. How you doing, Eve?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Beautiful, beautiful. She's a porn. This is throwing me off.
Finally have it.
I'm getting confused.
Yeah,
there we go.
You said get a plus. Right?
There we go. Nice. So next up, she is a porn star, cannabis activist, and a podcaster, Miss Domo Monster. How you doing?
Hello. Hi.
Beautiful. Good
Adult entertainer.
Good adult entertainer. She's a housewife. She's a production assistant. Coco. How you doing, Coco?
Well.
Welcome. It's the first time having her on the show. Nice. And she is a former pro wrestler. She's a model right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. It is Taylor Morgan Lewis. How's it going, Taylor?
Hey, babies. How you doing?
Beautiful. And he is the most viral man in the entire world right now.
We got him.
That's right. He's banned on every single platform, and he's about to get us banned, too, from Vancouver, Canada.
And
it's John Zerka.
And misogynist.
And misogynist. Got to remember that. That's beautiful. I'm glad.
Cute.
Misogyny.
Real cute.
I'm old-fashioned.
Glad we got everybody here. Okay, so I really did want to open. I was going to open with this, but I did. This is something I have been on and off in that whole pickup community. You did a podcast with Bradley the other day, and you talked about being a top PUA. And we have Adam here, and I'm just very curious because I've been critical of the whole stance for reasons that I brought up to you and you before. I'm curious, like, did you get started as a PUA? Was that the whole thing? I barely heard anything about that until the Bradley podcast.
Artist.
That's the only way I made my money, but PUA would mean like you explain what you're doing.
Yeah.
I never did that.
Yeah.
So pretty much when I was on Twitch, I kept getting banned, and I'd return to like 200 viewers, very low viewers. So the only way I could get viewers was picking up girls IRL, like in the public. And that's the first time I started making $20,000 a month, because they're like, dude, they would pick like that girl at the mall, the redhead or whatever, and it would be like $1,000 bounty for like a big tit.
How are you live streaming this? Like somebody's following you around with a phone with a
No, I
live
had a
stream?
selfie stick.
Okay.
But I would drop the phone sometimes so nobody saw.
Okay.
So I'd just drop it on the mall window or whatever. And I'd pick her up, and it would be like for 60 seconds, I got to grab the number or else I like lose all the money or whatever.
Yeah.
But I was like, all the clips are up. I was doing 20 seconds, 10 seconds quickly. And I was like, not how are you? I'd be like, oh, I like your toenail color. You have the toes of a pedophile.
Yeah.
And the girls would laugh. And people like, how is that pickup? But now that I explain it, I'm like, I just want her in a state of play.
Yeah.
That's all I want. I don't want to do no interview. But yeah.
Beautiful. Adam, your thoughts?
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. So I was the first person on the internet to do a 60-second makeout with a woman on the street.
On YouTube?
Yeah, this was back in 2006. So we were like, I'm old.
The golden
Yeah, this is
era.
like back then. So yeah, man, I mean, there was, even then there was, people wanted to see it. They wanted to see you go out there and actually do it. They made 2 documentaries about me.
Whoa.
Where they follow me with cameras. Because, dude, they didn't follow you like being like, oh, let's watch you succeed. They were like, watch this idiot fail, So when I ended up succeeding on a real TV show, I mean, this ended up being broadcast all over the UK. It's a big deal. They're like, wow, this shit's real. Yeah. And it was funny because until 2006, 2007, no one even believed it was real. It was just the underground community. It was after there was enough documentaries, we ended up on TV shows. They went from this isn't real to these guys are evil. Yeah. And that was the shift.
Heartbreaker.
It wasn't a threat because they thought it didn't work. And by the way, it wasn't just pickup. It was any kind of male improvement. I really felt like, I've said this before, I feel like women in general do not believe in male improvement. Maybe not you ladies in general, but like for real, like other than the money, I feel like a lot of times women find this finished product and they're like, oh, he was always like this. He was always gorgeous and fucking funny and all this kind of stuff, and they don't understand the time he spent in the gym or the 8-figure business that he built. They don't see that. They just see the finished product. So when people go to like fucking Tony Robbins or they go to Bradley or they go to somebody like that and they end up building a business, or they go to Adam Lyons, in the end, they just see the finished product.
I mean, dude, I agree with you, but also I think it's just people in general don't believe people can improve. Like it's the same with women. Like no one looks at a woman and is like, oh well, once upon a time she used to be ugly and she had to, learn makeup and all this stuff. Like it's pretty interesting to see women like in their like mid-20s as they're learning makeup. And I find that's really fascinating. Where they suddenly become really attractive over 6 months, and you're like, damn, what happened? Like, was that cosmetic surgery? It's like, no, I just learned how to contour off this YouTube video.
They always learn after they break up with you. They get so fucking hot. I'm like, bitch, I need a time machine.
That's because they're crying at home. They're sitting watching YouTube videos because they don't want to go out in public, and they're like, I'm gonna get really hot. How to get hot? Use contouring to get hot. Great. And that's like how. But it's funny. We always joke about this. We say like every woman is probably 15 grand away from being like one of the hottest women you've ever seen.
I think it's more than 15. I think it was 15.
Yeah. Plastic surgery? Is that plastic surgery?
Yeah.
I've never said so. I just said 15 grand.
Yeah. No, I think I'm like the only dude in the red pill space who's like pro plastic surgery.
No,
like,
there's two of us.
Oh, no.
There's two of us.
Hey, ladies, fix yourself. Get everything.
There's two of us.
It's an investment in your future.
But I mean, but it can be all sorts of things. I mean, there are some people that genuinely have great bodies, but that 15K might be in something else, like self-improvement, even for women, right? Like education. Like, I just think human beings in general, like, there's a reason that people are in the top 1% or the top 5% in something.
But think of Kylie Jenner. Have you seen her old photos?
transition was
There we go.
Her old, before the money, she looked like she should have sued her mom. She was like not attractive at all, but that money made her into like whatever it is now.
Well, no one's ugly. They're just broke.
Oh, this girl was she was ugly.
You know?
That's ancient history.
Well, I mean,
There
by
is
that
something to
logic,
that,
it's
right?
true because, like you say, 15 grand.
15 grand, apparently more.
Would you guys agree? The ladies, would you agree with?
Yeah, my boobs were like 7,500.
7,500?
See, 15 grand.
God damn.
Yeah.
No, that's. I don't think that's. I think you get one with the other. I think it's buy one get one when it comes to the Dow Corning breast implants, the Mentor breast implants. Yeah, no, that's essentially how it does. I have a second question for you guys. We talked briefly when you came on about TRT. I don't know, you aren't TRT. You said you had a stroke because your estrogen levels were so low.
Yeah, so
Really? That can happen?
Yeah, well, and I think people should really know this. I'm actually big on educating this. So, growing up, I was like, I don't need testosterone. And the thing is, there was no drop in my sex drive. I was fucking like twice a day, every day. So I'm like, there's nothing wrong with me. Bravo. Go to the doctor, get a general checkup, and he's like, everything great. Your testosterone levels are great. They're at 450. I'm like, great. If my levels are okay, they're great. And I didn't need to get educated on it.
450 is great.
Apparently. So right.
What was that? E2.
So no, this was just my doctor was like, your T levels are 450, right? So I'm like, great. Over the next couple of years, I start getting sleepy in the afternoons, don't really think anything of it, and then bam, one day I have a stroke. I am in hospital for 4 days. I can't speak. I can't communicate properly. Like I'm in a bad way. It was a minor stroke, thankfully, and you can see it. Like I'll say, it's like one of the things I'm subconscious about. I only talk out one side of my mouth, and the more you start looking at me, you'll see it's just one side that talks.
You're joking. No, you don't.
Well, you'll see it. You'll see it. It's this side barely. It moves.
Really?
But mostly it's the left side. So you'll see. Anyway, long story short, they couldn't work out what triggered the stroke. And so I get a new GP, thankfully. My new GP specializes in testosterone, and he was like, I want to get you checked. And he messaged me on a Sunday afternoon, and he's like, dude, your levels are 270. And I was like, well, it was 450 before, how bad's 270? He's like, 450 is bad. He's like, 270 is terrible. And
I
he's
didn't think, when you said 450, I was confused, because that's not really a good number.
Right,
Like,
so-
For me, it
Did
is.
you go to an endocrinologist?
So the healthy, I ended up. So the
Okay,
healthy
so
range,
that's why.
according
Okay.
to GPs, is between like 400 and 700. But the reality is there is an optimal range that is very different. But they just look for what's healthy, not what's optimal. So then they put me on mandatory testosterone. So now my levels sit at between 1100 and
I've
1200.
never in my life related to someone more, because when I was in my bodybuilding phase, one tablet of letrozole will nuke like 98% of human estrogen in the male. I was taking like 8, and the only time I'll take less is when I'm puking it out with Arimidex. So I don't know, what was I at? Like 0% estrogen?
So that's my transition, is your steroid stack, if you could explain it.
It was...
At your peak, when you were talking about 5,000 units of trend.
Now, I think it's actually like 25% lower than what's on paper.
Yeah.
Because there's no way those days I'm puking that hard. I puke every day, but the days I'm really puking hard, there's no way I was poking.
Yeah.
Right? But I remember at least 5 times a week, I would have 4 buddies injecting me 3cc, 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 like cattle.
You were doing Halo, Winstrol, Deca,
It was 2 grams of
was your
trenbolone.
stack?
So taking 200, let's say 100 milligrams a week of testosterone will turn you into a trans man. So 100 milligrams is a lot to a human. I was taking almost 4,500 a week. It was like 2,000 mgs of trenbolone acetate, 2,000 mgs of equipoise.
Jesus Christ.
I think Mastron was...
How are you alive?
Well, I overdosed twice. But then it was like 1,000 milligrams of Mastron and Enthate at the tail end, so for the last 4 weeks. 100 mgs of Win, Anadrol, Anavar, Clen, T3, DMP, which is rat poison and dynamite. And this one cooked me because... I overdosed on this. I cooked myself to death. Like ice packs were melting so fast off my skin, and my sweat was orange, radioactive, because this is fertilizer. It's like, it's not meant for humans.
At least you were growing.
Yeah, no, I was fucking shredded, bro. But also GHB had a growth hormone release effect, so it was better than alcohol, but I was an alcoholic. I like Jameson too. Molly, so I don't beat up my girlfriend. I've never hit a woman.
That's your stack.
I never hit a woman. I never hit a woman in my life. But on all these, I needed to calm down. Right? I'm on all this.
You don't say.
Yeah. So I'm a sweetheart off it. Molly and Coke for like when I was working at the nightclubs to stay awake. And and then I overdosed twice and. Don't do it.
Shit.
I mean, here's the thing that I've learned about this. Here's the thing that I've learned about this stuff that I think is like super important. And I wish I'd learned this earlier. Is just get a really good doctor. You don't need to do it yourself with buddies at the gym. Just get a really good doctor who really knows what's going on. I mean, we were talking about this. Like, I'm prescribed all the things that I want to be taking. I don't take anything under the counter.
Here's the weirdest thing is.
Legit.
Yeah, I got a fucking stroke.
I took all...
Hopefully not. This
I-
one could take some notes over here.
I took all this stuff.
Yeah.
So for the next 3 years of my life, erectile dysfunction, but only with the hottest ones. It was very weird. And with the other ones, I just didn't want to.
Oh.
But erectile dysfunction, I swear this is not comedy. You guys are going to laugh. Erectile dysfunction made me the most attractive man in my city. Every weekend, there would be a model in my apartment sobbing, crying, why I won't fuck her, and I'm just playing Halo, and I'd be like, shut the fuck up, and there'd be group chats of girls saying, he didn't fuck me, he didn't fuck me. So the one lucky girl that got fucked, she was hated so much because they're like, whoa, what's so great about her? And all these girls would compete to see, when is this guy gonna fuck? Is he gay? No, he hates gay people. This guy's crazy, right? So erectile dysfunction looked like disinterest because they're so hot, these women, they've never had a guy, And even if when they're not hard, guys still touch them. But I was so nuked that I just wanted the company.
Do you think that turns do you think that turns women on? Like if you
not long term, not for a while. Not for a while.
Well, then, what you were saying, that's actually a good scenario. Like if you just met a woman, you're at a club, whatever, you just for the first time you're gonna get down, and you don't have sex with, would that be a turn on for?
Yes, stop being so easy, boys.
Yes.
Would it make you
You're
want
so easy.
Would it
Taylor.
make you follow him that much more? Would it
Taylor, what do you think as a resident feminist? What do you think about all this?
Oh,
wow.
Oh, the ops.
wow.
The ops.
slip that right in?
Who hurt you?
I've been hurt. I believe that.
Sounds like
I've been
three
hurt.
dudes in the gym stabbing him.
I've been hurt. That's why I'm so rich. That's why I have so much money. But it's crazy to me because it's like, anytime I've coached people in dating, I'd say your first date with her has to be 100% you don't fuck her.
Absolutely.
That way you keep her forever.
Absolutely.
And here's how far I'd take it. This is extreme.
Absolutely.
I would go, because I always did best when I was exhausted, so I'm like, how's that? I'd go on 4-hour hikes, completely drain myself, so I can't fuck, I'm tired. And I would set up meeting the boys after I go, let's say we get chicken wings, I would meet the boys after her. So I'd be so excited to stay with the boys and do some blow, and she's boring the fuck out of me, and I know I'm not fucking date one, so I just gotta go. She feels that energy of, he's answering everything late. Like I'd be cutting my steak, and she'd be like, how was your day? I'd be like, cool. And when you answer 4 seconds late, you're doing what you're supposed to do on a date, which is the only thing, drop her anxiety to 0. That's when she sucks the skin off your dick. But not date one. Did I fuck this up? Immediately, hey, goodbye, mwah, mwah. I'd walk away, and she'd see my back, and she'd be like, that's the first guy to run away. She'd open my social media, and she'd be like, at that same fucking bar, he's with the boys. He just left me for the boys. And then she'd chase. She'd be like, I don't want Circa, but I have to win him over. I want to be interesting to him. Then I'll block him. And I'd sit at home plotting like date 2, I'm the most playful. I'm fucking the shit out of her date 2. Because date 2, she's expecting the exhausted guy again. But I'm like, hey, and I excite them and they go, oh my God, daddy's happy now.
So
and it was a mind fuck, but I learned this. I learned I pick up all the women on my 8th hour of the shift at the club when I'm drained, covered in sweat, tired. I don't want to talk to you. Right?
Here's what I love about this, and this for everyone listening, right? The science behind what he's doing, like we've been teaching this literally for like 18 years or 17 years, realistically. Everything you're doing is textbook. I mean, obviously you know, right? Because it's working. But the step-by-step thing is, first of all, we got supply and demand. If anybody can get you, nobody wants
Scarcity.
you. Yeah, and that's nothing to do with dating. That's just human beings, supply and demand. So I love your version of how to do it. There are so many ways of doing it, but that is a way to do it.
There's threads online.
It's push-pull. It's a takeaway.
Which is David D'Angelo. We're going back to right at the very beginning.
There are Reddit threads of millions of guys who say, I know she didn't fake the orgasm. She had a great night, and she still blocked me because he's some schmuck from the club. But if you're the one to leave, it's like when you take a girl to the apartment and you want to fuck and she doesn't, if you turn around and go to sleep, she's traumatized. She tries to wake you up and shit. Or I go leave for a cigarette and she texts me, where did you go? I said, I need this cancer because you're not fucking me. What the fuck? But I learned that all men are dogs. Wagging their tails for pussy, their anxiety increases. But when they're cats and they stay at a fucking windowsill thinking about their depression and ignoring the girl, she's so charmed when he actually shows some interest. Like, have you ever had a cat walk on your lap? You're like, oh my God, it likes me. But every fucking dog wants you.
Have you guys, like, it's for the ladies, have you ever, like, chased after a guy because of, like in this scenario? Have you been the girl in this scenario before?
Like when I was younger.
Yeah, when I was young and stupid.
Yeah,
and broken
when I didn't
and hadn't
know.
done any healing. These are broken girls you're talking about, not healed women.
So you think
girls,
so you think
not women.
so you think quality wise,
Roll.
you think like naive wise, like youth wise,
100%.
like
You're a
experience
predator.
wise.
You're
I am
looking
a
for
predator.
someone that's weak-minded that you can manipulate.
I'm an apex predator. If you look at NBA players' wives, NHL players' wives, those beautiful women all chase the shit out of the guy. You're supposed to chase. You don't want a man to chase you. It dries you up. Let's say we're dating, she's really just admitting I'm better than her because women only date up. I can date a McDonald's worker who makes $5 an hour. I can fall in love with her. She does not have the DNA to do that ever. You can never. Would you ever marry a McDonald's worker?
Probably not.
No, there's no probably. Absolutely
Well, at
not.
this point in my life, no.
No. At
There you
any
go.
point, you'd be like, go back to your fries. But us, if we had a cute, sweet girl that's loyal, and she worked at McDonald's, I'd say, bring some nuggets, babe. I would fucking marry her in a week. Men can marry a poor McDonald's worker. Women, no matter how great he is, they can't do it because they're of the devil.
Dude, I got to disagree with man. I grew up poor. I'm telling you, there are a lot of women that absolutely date down.
But listen to what you're saying.
yeah.
Listen to what he's
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
Listen to what you're saying. When I was poor, trapping, drug dealing, I fucked a lot of them. How many did you sustain? 0.
No,
they
dude.
won't stay with you.
Dude,
they
I'm
will
telling you-
never stay with a broke
Dude, I'm
guy.
telling you right now, I have seen broke women hanging out with,
Oh, yeah.
with dudes that are so much
Oh,
more.
yeah.
The woman's
How
paying
long?
for everything.
yeah.
How long?
10 years, 20 years, they got kids together. She's like, one day this guy is going to get off my sofa. Dude, I'm telling you, now, it depends where you are in society.
That's a horrible life. That life, that guy on the sofa that you're
Dude,
painting,
100%.
How is that a good thing?
But that's the majority of people on the planet, man. Most people live that way. You're describing the upper echelons of society, which I agree with you. At the upper echelons, those women absolutely will look to date up because they've put time, energy into their mental health. They've done the work. They're improving. Yes, the top 5% of women
but
are
you're saying
absolutely
you're
dating
saying you
up.
got to cope with a cheater. If she's dating down, she's gonna cheat.
No, he'll
Says
be cheating.
who?
Dude, this will blow your brain. I'm telling you.
She will cheat, but who has more
poor.
options? Who has more options, the male or the female? Who has the capacity of evil?
In the poor society we're talking
a
about,
woman-
right? In a poor society,
No, and like, let's say you're in Detroit.
right? Well,
She-
again,
he can cheat once a month. That bitch can cheat 1,000 times a month. You're telling me that dude got a good deal out of that?
most of the time, that woman is going to be running 3 jobs, looking after the kids, cleaning. She don't have time to cheat.
Where?
Dude,
Women
It's
cooking
very
and cleaning.
common.
Is this an alternate universe? Where am I?
Dude, I tell you what, man. This
Honey,
is
you're going for
reality.
broken
Most of-
women.
You're going
We have
for the wrong
a new player. We got a new player.
We have
We got a new player.
world-class pole dancer and professional poker player.
Oh
Miss-
my goodness.
Miss, hey, what are we calling you today?
Champ is here.
I'll go by Allison today.
We're going by Allison today.
Allison.
Can we have everybody move in this way so Ali
I'm
and
the
Taylor?
fascist. You know,
Allie came in the middle of this conversation. She's like,
Yeah.
"Who the fuck
Okay,
is
can we
this
get can we see the 3 shot of them real quick just to see how they look? Beautiful. Are they in the way here? All right, nice. All right,
That was
cool.
fucking
Now we're
great.
nice and cozy.
Hey,
Now,
before we continue here, I have to make a public announcement. I don't know how much longer we got. How much longer?
We got an hour or 45 minutes.
In 45 minutes, we will be moving everything. If you're watching on my channel, or if you're watching on Mike's channel, go and subscribe to the Access Vegas channel because we're going to kill our streams, and then we're going to go to the Access Vegas dedicated channel.
Yes.
Again, I want to make sure because last time we did this, everybody's like, "Where the hell did it go?" Access Vegas. If you don't know where it is, it's the first.
It's in the description.
It's in the description.
It's in my description. It's in the
down.
description.
Yeah,
Just
so
check it
go
out.
sub now because in about 45 minutes we're going to switch over there. Just public service announcement.
all right, Morgan, what do you think about all this? I'm sorry, Allison.
Allie Morgan.
We'll go by Morgan. It's okay.
Okay.
Honestly, what kind of girls are you dating?
Well, when I was we're talking about my dating days. Oh shit! Right now, I'm with a teenager. I like teenagers. They're my favorite. But when we're talking about my dating days, they were paralegals, lawyers, doctors, whores, every kind of girl, and they all kind of like acted the same around me. But all the arguments would come because, yeah, I'm a funny guy, but if I can't pay rent, there's nothing funny about me because women, like you guys, do you have the capacity to actually marry a McDonald's working Chad like me? Could you do that?
Well, right
Has
now,
any woman ever done that?
Let's go around. Let's go around the table here. Like,
McDonald's employees,
could you?
actually, I was talking about this today. McDonald's employees are right now even making more than our teachers. Do I want to date, maybe marry a teacher? I would say so, but to just slap a label on someone because of where they work.
Money-wise,
and
though. It doesn't have to be McDonald's.
money-wise, right? And maybe not so much McDonald's, but if that's what he does and he provides for me and he's happy and we're happy together,
You've
then
done this?
sure.
You've done this before? Have any of your girlfriends or any Facebook mutual friend, anyone in existence?
All right, so here's
done
what
this?
I'm going to do here because I understand what you guys are trying to say, but the problem is it's not that the McDonald's worker
take
is
down?
untenable. It's that the McDonald's worker has to compete with all the other people who aren't fucking McDonald's workers. That's the problem. One of the issues is like with ladies is like when they get older and you have an issue where hey, you're still great, you're still pretty, all these kind of things. Maybe you have a kid, all these different issues. It's not that you're not great. It's that there's other versions. Like you mentioned 18. My girlfriend's 20. She just turned 21. And in this situation,
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Because why can't you say that about men?
what do you mean?
What?
Why can't you say we could marry a McDonald's worker?
Yeah.
Why is it different for men?
No. My point is, for us, we look for signs of replication. For women, they look for signs of survival, and
You
that's
could just say they're gold diggers.
I mean, that's one of. I mean,
We could just say that. Let's call a spade a spade. They're gold diggers, and they should be. They want to take care of their kids. That's their DNA talking. But why are we pretending like it's like they're capable of as much good in romance as men? We take bullets for women. We're the good guys.
Women
We're the
could be your ride or die. You do know that, right?
Oh, my
so,
God.
like,
Can a woman be my ride or die if I got fired from my job?
Yes, why not? Because
Really?
she
'Cause-
sees your potential. If you tell her about your dreams, if you're like, this is what I want to do,
Right.
and then she sticks with you, she supports you, she's
Right.
doing everything she needs
I'll
for you, and you get there.
Look how charitable-
That's a ride or die bitch.
Roland, look how charitable I'm going to beat her. One, all breakups and divorces come from financial insecurity, especially because of her. But two, if she's a ride or die,
And drug abuse.
yeah, that's me. But if she's a ride or die, and she sees the word ambition, that's code for return on investment because she's a fucking gold digger. Wait,
doesn't
either
mean
way
she's
you look
not
at
a
it,
gold digger.
Gold digger that she wants
Well,
security
she's a
and
gold
be
digger.
provided
Yes.
for.
If the man
Why
is
is she a gold digger? Because she wants to be provided for.
Or if that's
Please
what the
give me
man
an answer.
promised her.
she's a gold digger when compared to the opposite gender, the male.
So when helping
Right?
when
Can we
helping your
agree?
husband get to somewhere
aren't
where he
men
needs to
looking
be,
for
the
pussy,
end
which
goal
would be
is
the
money?
gold that they're digging for?
And if the man promised her,
All right, she wins. She changed the term. It is gold.
I know
It is
my
gold. We
pussy
love
is
it.
fucking treasure.
Yes.
Like,
I
you
know
don't want
that
your husband
much.
choose to
And
be
if the- It's a
successful, you don't want your
depreciating
husband
asset,
get
though.
there.
not if he's actually coming to you saying, this is what I'm going to provide for you. I may not have this right now, but this is what I'm. That's not me being a gold digger. That's him seeing the quality woman that I am and what I can do for him.
A woman
biblically,
can't do
standardly,
anything for a man. Like
what?
for his
What?
career? You're saying
Excuse
for
me,
his
actually,
career?
no. What a man wants,
What
what a
can a-
man needs out of a woman. He's like,
You know
this
the-
is what I want.
Every fortune.
This is what I want out of a wife.
If
I
you-
want a wife to do this.
If
this,
you
and
want
this,
to have a
and this. I will
Fortune,
provide for you.
if you want to have a Fortune 500 company, become a homosexual, and you'll win.
And dye your hair blue.
All the biggest businesses are homosexuals because they don't deal with women. That's the truth.
Or narcissists.
They're homosexual narcissists, right? So
No, I mean people that are usually the most successful.
Well, like-
are usually self-centered.
Give me an
self-involved,
example.
Which is okay.
I would like to
There's
give
a
an
healthy
example.
how can a
love with
woman
that.
help my career right now? I'm the biggest thing on the internet. If I start taking someone seriously and dating them and not playing with my teenager, what is she going to do for me?
You built it. Hold on.
Okay,
You built an
you have
entire
a
career.
weakness.
Hold on. You built an entire career off picking up what women.
Okay.
So what do
And-
they do for you?
And you need them
Right, but they're
to show off to your
but I'm-
students.
You just
Otherwise,
said
you have no
I built-
business.
No, I had other jobs, but I was a drug dealer. I was killing it.
Oh,
but yo, check this out.
Literally the most attractive, the most attractive career field a man can have.
Yeah.
Here's what you said. You made a career picking up the gender that is selfish and a gold digger. I agree.
The
men
disagree
are not
with you
gold diggers.
politely.
That doesn't even
I
make
actually
sense.
have a lot of experience. When I moved to Hollywood, I was about 20. You guys, golden age for you guys. I know you get it. And I actually dated. Well, I tended to date lots of like older rich guys. It was boring. Like I didn't even sleep with them. The dates were like so like, oh, what am I going to talk to them about? They
That's
should be
true.
so
No,
entitled.
right now,
I couldn't.
I agree.
So when I started dating him, he was fresh off divorce. He walked away with nothing,
Well-
and I'm like, honey, let's build it all from scratch.
Well,
And
first of all, he's
we
the
shoved the
best.
shoulders
Good job.
together and we moved it.
But check this out. Right now, I have a bunch of women. A bunch. They leave yacht parties to stay, whether I'm in a penthouse or in a fucking doghouse, they'll stay with me. But they're not choosing me over the rich guy. They're choosing a man who maxed out the fucking trinity of looks, network, and status. I don't say finance because you could have $100 million.
Money muscles game.
If you're a fucking crypto nerd, you don't got pussy. I got looks, network, and status. That trinity, no yacht billionaire is comparing to me. That's why the girls I fuck show me pictures of them fucking Leonardo DiCaprio. We're sharing the same fucking pool. But look what he has. He has the trinity. When has a woman ever dated a man out of the trinity? No, you need that Holy Spirit, right? But now look at us. Rollo, if Rollo and I met a cute, loyal McDonald's worker, we will fuck it, bro. Fuck a prenup. You can have half, bitch.
Bro, if you dated a McDonald's worker, you've said this a lot. I gotta ask.
I've fucked so many.
No, but have you dated one?
4.
Right.
I don't like Burger King.
No, but like, because your point is,
What did you, like, pick them up in the drive-thru? Like-
No, you guys are missing the point. The point is only one gender is capable of that action, period.
What action?
It's-
What action?
Name one. Name one celebrity.
Let him clarify.
Sandra Bullock.
What action?
Sandra Bullock is dating who?
The other guy that divorced her.
What action though?
No one's guy.
The men in this table can date a McDonald's worker. The women cannot.
Yeah,
not your friends.
So
not your lineage. Not your ancestors.
What you're explaining is basic hypergamy, right? So it's like women only want to date at or above their either status or their looks or whatever they perceive as their sexual market value. Men don't have that attraction floor. That's all you're saying.
But no, that's not what I'm saying because that's a watered down version. What I'm saying is, if what I'm saying is true and we all agree, these women have to admit everyone they've dated was above them.
Not true.
No.
You know what I'm saying. Yes.
Hold on.
That's the truth.
Hold on. Or
Not
John, or their perception of that guy was that he was above them at some point. Because women don't want
Perception is reality, same thing.
Well, is it perception or is it like? Because there probably every woman at this table will say like, I was with this guy, it was so hot, he was so great, and then he said something somewhere along the way that fucked things up. Like he was like, I thought he was great.
on.
He said something.
Yeah, so it's hold on. Listen,
it's turned into a creed.
Here we go, guys. Ready? It's rich men, but not all rich men. Some rich men can talk their way out of pussy. That's number one. Number two, the 37 culture study by Dr. David Buss. In every single one of the cultures, women cared more about acquisition of resources than men. In some places like Norway, it was 50% more. In some places like India, it was 200% more. But women always cared more about acquisition of resources than men. In his estimation, the word he's using is gold digger because women care more about resources than men. That's the word you're using.
But I'm not trying to be those red pill guys like gold digger. First of all, if I had a daughter and she's not a gold digger, I would kill myself. I'd be like, you're not dating no broke dude. So I'm not disparaging the women.
Right.
I'm saying, why can no podcast on the internet, every dating one, and I'm the first human in dating history to say, if she's dating you, she is under you, and you need to tell her, baby girl, this is how it works. When you tell her and she says, yeah, John, you're right.
Honey, do you think that you're the first misogynist of all time?
Hold on.
I'm so sorry. I've got to step in. So And I know where Michael brought me here. So I was famous in 2006 for being the #1 pickup artist in Europe. And then I became the #1 pickup artist.
Those women you picked up, were they above you or you above them?
I was a janitor, bro.
Right. But
I was a janitor.
Right. But in their perception, when they're sucking your dick, looking up at you, were you above them in their psyche?
They couldn't believe I was a janitor. Dude, I straight up, I had no money. I was making
this anecdote is we don't do anecdotes. We're on Rolo's show. We don't do anecdotes.
But here's the other thing, though. Okay, so could you charm your way into a woman's pants? Could you be good looking enough?
No, that's not the question.
Well, because I will tell you,
we're trying to sustain them.
I will tell you right now.
A janitor can fuck, but we're talking about sustaining her.
Well, okay, so that's a different though. You're looking at the long term versus like short term fucking.
I love this.
Long term is all I
know. I'm like,
so much word salad going on.
And here's the thing: the reality is, I ended up dating a TCU cheerleader and moving to America from the position of a janitor. That happened.
Where is she?
But right now, I divorced her.
You divorced her?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And it was nothing to do with...
All right, check this out. I'll give you the win.
Thank you.
Rolo would say this is an anomaly to be. He's just polite, but this in his statistic mind.
What I'm saying is that there's
an anomaly. The janitor.
There's a difference between alpha fucks and beta bucks. Okay, so if there's a guy that is like hot. She was drunk, he was hot, and one thing led to another. The hot guy in the foam cannon party, instant sexual access, right? Short-term sexual interest. Then there's the long-term sexual, long-term interest, which is provisioning, protection, and parental investment, which is what you've been talking about for this entire right up to this point.
But that's all I sell.
So that's all I sell. That's all you sell. But there's another aspect to that because there's correct me if I'm wrong, but in your youth perhaps, there's every girl at this table has at some point saw the guy's like, maybe it'll be fun to have a one-night stand with this guy. It might be fun to fuck this guy. And if there's not, the arousal has been there for the woman who has wanted to do that. But so there's
I'm saying at thezerkofficial.com, what I sell is we are very against random little hookups because what you're doing is you're farming awkward moments and trauma that make you a worse player. So we say you own her if she fucks you 10 times. If she fucked you once and blocked your ass, you became a worse pickup artist.
But she's still fucking you for a different reason.
But we want
one-night stand.
We don't want one-night stands
for the long term.
We want 10, at least 10.
But can you admit though that there are the aspects of short-term sexual where she just fucks you, she's done, it's casual sex, it's what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
It's useless to think of short-term for the man because what you're farming is stuff that make you a worse player. What's the point of that?
I mean, dude, I agree. But I only ever had one-night stand in my entire career doing these. If you're going to put the effort into sleep with a woman, you stay with them. That's
then you're legit.
100%. Right?
Have you ever? I say the biggest loser is not the guy who goes home without the girl because he actually saved a bunch of money.
Yeah.
But the biggest loser is the guy who fucks that girl. Oh man, she's so great, and he wakes up blocked, and for the next 4 to 6 months. His game is weaker.
Yeah.
She traumatized him because she shifted his worldview. That never happened. That's what trauma is.
Yeah.
When it's a shift in
he moves too fast.
So I am very against hookups.
Yep.
You better own that pussy.
This is one of the main issues that I have sometimes with my clients is that all of a sudden, because what he's talking about networking, that's what I teach in my course Men of Action. As you move up, all of a sudden these guys are at Playboy level parties, Maxim level parties, and the girl they accidentally end up having sex with is hotter than anyone they've been in their life. And that girl is like, no, I'm going back to my husband. Sorry, like blocked. But it hurts. It's not like when you play poker at the $5 a hand table, it hurts.
Yeah.
But when you move up to $1,000 a hand, it really fucking hurts. And it's almost like it's better to not get to the Super Bowl than to lose the Super Bowl. That's how the guys feel at the end. So you're right. You're definitely right about that.
And you got to remember, though, if she fucked you 10 times, you could probably keep that around for years. But if she fucked you once, the ball is not in your court. You're fucked.
Yeah.
And what happens is when you keep her for longer, more photos with her, more social proof, all the other chicks start to flock.
All right, on this topic, George, can you put me up real quick? All right, so let's. You guys can. It's got the text on screen there.
What would you want his income to be? I feel like this is gonna sound bad. I feel like 300,000. I would have to say 127.
Probably 150 to $250,000 a year.
$500,000. Is that bad?
150 maybe to 250,000 a year would be comfortable.
What kind of stupid ass
sure.
question is this?
I was just having this conversation with my friend, and she was like, "You have to manifest a husband, girl. Ideally,
you manifest her. Got it.
My husband needs to be making like 650,000."
So you said you want 500K, but what do you think the median income is for a 30-year-old?
60K? 70K?
It is $45,000.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah.
I think it's 250,000.
What?
It's 52,000.
What? No, it's not. Damn, America.
All right, real quick,
so there you go.
before we go on, ready, ladies, the average North American male in the United States is making how much a year? Allie?
38,000.
About that much. How much? What do you think?
Well, I mean, 40, right?
40? What do you think?
40,000.
40,000. What do you think?
I would say around 50.
50?
I'd say 38, 40,
38?
somewhere in there, yep.
Yeah, about 40.
It's about 38. Okay, now the top 10% of wage earners in the United States make how much? What do you think?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Are we talking about the
400K.
1% here? Or
Top
are we talking
10%. Top
80,000.
10%. Huh?
400K.
400K, what do you think?
It's actually not much.
Ooh, I don't know, 500,000.
What do you think?
150.
150, what do you think?
300.
300, what do you think?
80.
80? It's about 173,000. The top 1% of wage earners in the United States, what do you think they make?
I don't know.
No?
Well, man. 300K then, based on this.
What do you think?
Progression.
I don't know.
I think it's over.
How much?
250.
What do you think?
4.
4?
John already knows.
Actually, what's funny is all those girls in that video,
Yeah.
you don't want to know the income that fucks those girls.
Yeah.
That's depressing.
Yeah.
It's very
What do you
low.
think?
Yeah, right.
Why is it just about income? Can it not just be
No. Time out, Coco. They made it about income. Real quick, I'm asking you one more time. The top 1% of wage earners.
300.
It's about 450,000. Okay, now the thing is, I've done this show for a while. The first couple times we asked these questions, the numbers we got were out fucking outrageous. Girls are like, the average top 10% makes $5 million a year. I need a man who makes $10 million a year. How tall is the average man? He's 6'2". How many sexual partners the average man have? He has 25. The average man has about 4.
Public education.
I want to
guys.
say that
Public
if their net income is $5 million, well, they're kind of stupid. They should not declare that much.
Of course, they should not.
They should not be
Of
the
course, you're
top
correct,
1%.
and that's the reason why. But that's the thing. You understand that because you work with a company that buys real estate. Most people have no concept of that idea, and a lot of women, when they're talking about this, again, when we talk about don't understand male self-help, it's a function of he's got investments in real estate, he has investments in assets. She doesn't have any concept of that. It's just there's a pile of money, and she gets some of the money for the thing she wants, and there is no understanding of how the money was created. In your case, you're a vice president.
I actually have a very, I wouldn't say people say feminist. I have a very menist point of view on this matter, basically.
Based.
Right? Menist, yeah. I'm kind of pro-men on this.
You trained her right.
Because I trained myself right. Thank you very much.
Oh, you guys are not sexist couples?
No, we're not sexist
I thought I'm at the Red Pill house.
No, we're at the First Amendment house. By the way, can you two move closer to Zarko, please? Thank you.
Yeah, what I was going to say is that when I moved to this country at the age of 19, I was cleaning toilets for like $8 an hour, right? Minimum wage. And I worked myself up to making 6 figures. And it's not that hard. And I had no family, no social security, nothing here, no friends. And God, if I could make it without that, people working here have no excuses. How, you have to be very lazy and not ambitious whatsoever to live off 30, 40 grand as well too. It is not that hard. It is possible for me that I didn't even speak English very well when I first moved here. It's definitely possible to make more money than 30, 40K basically, in my opinion. So
Yeah, people just kind of
both
get stuck in their cycles, I think, more than anything. They get comfortable. They have not a lot of access to time maybe, and then they're just
follow-up question. After having seen that video, do you have a different opinion on what Zerko was saying about how women are gold diggers?
By the way, you guys, again, half of you have been on my show before and you've seen the show before. The girls, whenever they have not been on the show or they've not been on Fresh and Fit, they come in there and it is $5 million every fucking time. My boyfriend needs to make $500,000 a year. That is 1% of wage earners in the United States that make $500,000 a year. But the reason is, specifically in Las Vegas, for those of you who live in Las Vegas, when we go out to see Drake at Excess, every table's $100K. So you start to believe that's what men are. And you also are surrounded by a bunch of dudes with fucking fake Paddocks and rented Lamborghinis, and you start believing that that's what the world is. Like he said, perception
but it works.
is
The
reality.
fake
Yes, it works.
Rolex gets your dick sucked. The fake, I know a guy who photoshops Lambos in his Instagram photos, and it works for him. Faking you're rich works. That women
How
do not.
desperate.
Well, I mean, that's a winner.
That's desperation.
Men or women?
Oh, I meant of the guy.
No, that's a businessman.
Women too. I feel like.
No liability.
Women too. No, but women too. I think it's a problem.
Mike, no liability off the lot. That's a businessman. Fantasy Ferrari.
Hey, you know what the depreciation for one day with a Lamborghini is? 0. That's correct.
Hey, you attract what you are.
You know, and you get to write it off on your taxes. You tell your accountant.
I'm not saying he should marry him, but it's great farming experience like that when she thinks you're rich.
When you have a fake watch, do you write that off on your taxes? That like you tell your accountant you got your dick sucked? Is that how that works? You explain that to your accountant that way?
You have a fake accountant.
Is that what it works? That's fucking hilarious. That's so good. All right. So did we have any questions? Because I know you had another clip that you wanted to play here.
I just wanted to go around and say, do you have a different opinion of what he was saying? He's putting in terms of like a gold digger. Like when I talk about gold digger, it's just a girl who is giving up the game. Like women love opportunistically, men love idealistically. And I'm using opportunism in like the most like clinical definitions I can, okay? What I mean by that is women are looking for the long term. They're looking for long-term security because from the ages like 18 to 28, that's their window to lock down a guy who, for the rest of their lives, is going to provide financial security, emotional security, babies, be a loyal, dependable, whatever, off into perpetuity until they become like 80 or 90 years old.
Right? You're saying they invest a lot. Women invest a lot when they get the wrong guy.
They need long-term security, longer in life. Then they have to like the 10-year window to consolidate on that.
I actually. Well, again, my view is a bit different from most women.
Okay.
My long-term security is myself, right?
Amen, sister.
Because no matter how hot I am and how great I am in bed, at any minute, he might change my mind. Be like, hey, I don't love you anymore. Sorry, goodbye.
That's
Q Zerka. Q Zerka.
Get the holy water.
No, but for me, like
fair.
my best
That's
long-term
fair.
security is myself. So I want to educate myself. I want to be independently wealthy from my husband. So I choose to be with him, and he chooses to be with me. Versus be like, oh, I gotta be with him. Otherwise, I gotta behave. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose half of my money. Like, no.
That's exactly.
I want to hear from him now.
But would you want to hear this true?
Really?
She makes her own money. Dude, she's rich. That's what's awesome about her. This woman, and again, like you remember, she knows I divorced my ex-wife. It was my choice. I was like, you know what? I don't like, from my perspective, she's awesome, but there was an incident. She decided halfway through being married that she decided she didn't want to have kids. And that we discussed we were going to have kids.
I know, but...
And I said to her, I was like, listen, I'm going to divorce you over this. And she goes, I don't think so. I'm too beautiful. And I divorced her over it.
I know, but if we look at Freudian psychology and she's the independent... That means in her subconscious, what builds in her psyche over years is that you're not providing caveman resources, and it builds hidden resentment over years, so she doesn't even know why she doesn't like you anymore.
But that would only occur if he wasn't taking care of himself and could provide for them.
Correct. I'm not the provider.
Oh, no. Even if you're making money, let's say she's making 3 times or whatever.
Makes no difference.
That's a huge red
for this
flag.
woman, dude, I'm going to blow your brain. You know how I provide for her? I cook for her.
Yes.
I
Amen.
make the best food.
Honestly,
the best.
That's great. Gordon Ramsay, but that's great. But unfortunately, all of science disagrees with you.
No, it doesn't.
Freud.
No.
Evolutionary science.
You know I have a master's in psychology, right? I just want to be really clear. You're not dealing with an idiot here. I am well aware. Freud, first of all, did not talk about having provider and protector.
Her biggest issue is death anxiety.
No, that's not her biggest issue.
Why are you speaking for her and telling her what she feels? That's very odd.
We've got 5 kids together. I promise you, her kids come before her own death anxiety.
Oh, you guys have 5 kids? You're not new?
We've 10 years.
We've been married.
10 years together.
I look way too long. How long you guys
We've been together for 10 years.
Oh, you are the anomaly. You could make it.
We're not the anomaly. Our students do really well.
Hold on.
Adam, there's one further anomaly. Keep explaining.
I thought you guys are newlywed with no kids.
No,
we have 5 kids.
Explain the rest of the anomaly, though, Adam.
Interesting.
Wow. No, I'll get there.
But hold on. Anomaly. You know what? But check this out. It might blow my brain, but anomaly just means I'm still right.
Except all our students also get the same result.
No,
right? This is a key component.
Whoa. How many students got your life?
350,000 students we've trained over the last 18 years. Not all my students have my life correct, but...
How many of them, their girls making more?
Wait, I never said she makes more. I said she was...
what?
I said that she was...
does well.
Independently
Oh, that's different. Who's making more money?
He's the provider.
Irrelevant. We both.
Why does it
Didn't she say that, or am I hearing?
I never said that. No, I said that
I want to know who makes more. That's the big thing.
We're married, so the money is joint.
Yeah, you
On paper, actually. It's
Okay,
pretty
Rolla,
much
help me
same.
out here because it's like
His
if
money
she's
is her
making
money, and
more,
her money is her money.
No, actually, no.
Exactly.
So I'll
talk
explain the
about
structure because obviously we do mergers and acquisitions is what we do. So I actually sublet her company to get her services for work for my company. She acts as vice president in our company, and I pay her for that
oh,
service.
you make more.
through
Definitely.
her company.
You definitely make more.
Well, no, it depends. Actually, she profits more than I do.
I know the answer to this, but the chat is asking.
Well, it's irrelevant.
Do you have an open marriage?
That's a great question. I'm going to let you answer.
Yes, we do. I allow.
Okay, I owe you $10. Whoever.
Everybody be quiet.
Wait, open
Everybody be quiet.
Destiny.
Time out. Eve, go ahead and talk. Eve, go ahead.
Me? Oh my God, spotlight on me. Well, this man requires a lot of attention and a lot of, well, you heard him, right? He's very sexually active and stuff too, you know. And he requires a lot of attention, ladies. So I actually, again, feel secure enough. He is a great partner. He's a great father. He's a great, partner in business, partner in life. So he is totally open to see other women.
Was it always open, or did this
Yeah,
was like
Since
a
day one.
I started seeing him. We had another girlfriend basically at the time when we started dating. So we were in a three-way relationship for a very long time, actually for like 6 years. Actually.
Now,
long term.
this is where it flips because yes, a woman can have way more partners than a guy in an open, but a Max Trinity high-value male, he's fucking way more than her. Way more, right?
She doesn't date anyone else.
Of course.
Oh, it's not open on her end?
I mean, she.
It could
Good
be.
job.
But
Nice. Wow. That's red as fuck.
I had different priorities, basically, right? So.
That's not an open
It's
then.
actually a favor to her.
It's not really an
The
open.
word
He requires a lot.
The word is polygyny. The word is polygyny.
Yeah.
You don't want to say open.
It's technically not open. That's why
They're thinking of Destiny.
Yeah, no, it's very.
Wow.
Just think, like we were on the Steve Harvey show, the Today Show, like cementing. They sent documentary people to our house to confirm that this is real. Like, yeah.
No. If it's closed on her end, that's a real relationship.
it's
but
not-
I
yeah.
still think a regular marriage is better.
Well, I mean, it's to each its own, right?
Yeah.
Exactly, right? So it's for example, he likes eating a lot of steak, right? If I eat just 4 ounces, I'm full, right? But he eats like 25, right?
No, I'm saying
I don't want to eat that much steak. So
I'm saying I only start chucking my spear if it's open on the woman's end. But if it's like this, do your thing.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah. But I think this is the key point, right? Dating, especially like the whole male movement, goes in cycles. Yeah. So pre-2003, everyone believed you had to be good-looking, rich, successful, have a high social worth to get successful. Look at all the movies; they were all about that. After 2003, we have The Game come out with Neil Strauss, and everything shifts. We become conscious about mystery. Suddenly, you no longer need to be rich, successful. You can be smooth talking. You can be that guy that just listens to her at night and she cries onto your shoulder and you can succeed. After there was
that guy doesn't succeed.
Yes, he does. He
yes, he does. You would be surprised.
Succeeds.
Maybe short term, maybe some
Not even
sympathy
short-term,
pussy.
dude.
Sympathy pussy is succeeding.
Absolutely.
I'd rather go to this guy.
What kind of cold? No, I really need to know what kind of cold, broken, empty vessels are you dating?
Yeah,
That's
what
I need to know.
Who broke your heart?
Because your experience of
All
the
kinds.
female
Yeah, but Taylor,
experience is severely flawed.
they're hot though. They're fucking hot though. That's all I think.
Hot as to what? Like because they're aesthetically, they got some tits and ass.
No.
But
I know I look like that guy.
That's not a high quality woman because she's hot. So you're going for low quality bait.
Just Google me.
It's
You'll
easy.
see me dating for, let's say, a paralegal, a doctor, all sorts. Smart.
Yeah, you
smart
care about
smart
traditional
woman.
values. That's clear. You care about traditional values and good women. Like that's what you're after. And that's obvious, by the way.
That's why I give the marriage.
Yeah,
right?
How many?
If you're not a Christian, you're going to hell.
How many? How many women at this table would be okay with this setup, with closed on your end, open on his end?
Oh, hey, what up?
Polygyny.
You've already made my shit bucket list. It's okay.
Yo, this one is.
She's in love with you. Trust me.
Okay, let's go.
How many women
So
would
that
be
means
okay?
you're not leaving the house.
Would you be okay with this?
I like this.
No, I believe in a traditional marriage.
Closed on his end, closed
So
on your end.
monogamy.
Closed on both.
Monogamy.
I've been in all different types of relationships. So I've been in a situation like this before, so I could say that I could be in that situation. But in the situations that I felt that I was closest with someone, I don't know if that would work. So it's kind of a maybe for
So I've heard this from women before. It's like you're more
Right.
comfortable having threesomes with men you don't care about than the ones you
Exactly.
do.
100%.
Yeah, well, ladies,
Sounds like a short-term sexual thing there.
Ladies, you need to fix that.
Well,
You need to fix that
yeah,
right
I agree.
now. 'Cause That's,
you need to fix that,
that's
guys.
fucking backwards.
Ladies, you gotta make sure that you give your best sex to your best man.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I know.
Ding, 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 ding. Ladies, let me explain something. You want to piss your man off? Do this real quick. Do this. Talk about all the threesomes you used to have before you were with him. Talk about all those threesomes you used to have. Tell him all about those fucking threesomes and how I don't do that anymore because I care about you so much. I don't see you the same way. I don't have all those threesomes I used to have.
Oh, don't worry. We're gonna get to the Adam 22 bit here.
For me, because he said, "I know how this is going to turn out. I know how this is going to turn out."
Because you were having threesomes?
We're all gonna no. We all had one together that night.
Okay.
My guy, he left. We didn't even finish the deed because he's like, my chick is gonna be mad in the morning. I know how this is gonna turn out, and I am not gonna even put myself in this position.
He's an idiot. If you don't want her to get mad,
I was so happy for it. I respected him, and our relationship was so strong after that.
Which is great, but again, he didn't need to do that. It goes the other way. The reality is, most people just need to say the truth.
Totally.
If you want to have threesomes, you need to say, "Hey, this is who I am. This is what I do." If you
Allie, would you be okay with this shit? Tell me about it. Do you want to close on his end?
Sorry, there's two Allies. This is confusing.
I'm sorry, Allie, Cat. I'm just going to call
Yeah, Cat's fine.
That's fine.
I am poly. I would
Okay.
not do an open close.
So it's open or close.
Yes.
So either
I
or
usually do not have multiple partners just because I'm fulfilled with one, but I like to have the option. It's only fair that way.
How about the other Allie?
I've engaged
that's
in
my
both.
alley.
Your Allie, correct.
Ali Zerka, let's go. That's closed on her end. She stays in the doghouse and waits for me.
I'm pretty feral. I'm like an alley cat.
Okay, we can get her in the house. Let's go.
So anyway, what I'm saying, and this is a key component, is the dating industry has moved. Like I said, I've been in this industry for 18 years. I've seen it. We're now in the world where now everyone's saying you have to be rich, you have to be good looking. Kind of exactly what Zerk is saying, which does work, but it's not the only way. And we're already seeing a resurgence of the alternate version.
Well, I didn't say rich. I think a man on a yacht.
Status, yeah.
A man on a yacht will lose to someone who has half of the trinity of status, looks, and network, even half of it.
So we have a trinity as well, but our trinity is different. So ours is like we've been teaching the ACE formula for 7 years, and the ACE formula is abundance, confidence, and the ability to escalate. Abundance is having a group of women that you're friends with that you'd be open to dating that you do not date. Second, confidence is the ability to have a conversation without weirding somebody out, without making them feel strange, and get used to talking to women.
Dude, you don't sound like a PUA to me. I gotta be honest with you.
Thanks, man.
You
Last-
don't.
Stop the cap.
18 years. And then the last one is escalation, the ability to know how to arouse a woman. Now, this is the kind of stuff that, we're going back to like Casanova's techniques. Casanova was ugly, unattractive, and had no status. And women were dating him exclusively. They were not sleeping with their husbands to go with him because he had a way with words. He gave them romance and music.
All I heard was I got a trademark trinity. You have a three thing too.
Absolutely.
Because
And
abundance
ours is trademarked, yeah.
for abundance. No, that's great. But we don't teach escalation. We actually teach de-escalation. Where if you drop her anxiety and she says, "Hey, you want to come home with me?" Do not talk in that Uber ride. Everything you say is going to dry her up. You stay quiet. If she says you're coming home with me, she's fucking. You close your mouth because we just want the anxiety to zero.
More anxiety.
And we don't teach to escalate.
Who the hell you're dating?
We don't. No. But in 2023, escalation means an R-word charge.
Yes.
And it's very dangerous. You can't just go in for a kiss anymore, bro. This is 2007.
Dude, psychologists have known for years there are 12 steps to physical escalation. You cannot skip them. You will go through all 12. The word you're looking for is consent. And we've been teaching consent since 2008. You do not get any kind of R accusations if the woman is begging you to fuck her.
You just said women are. You just said women are logical if you follow these steps.
No,
That's
I never said
dangerous.
that.
You said if you follow these steps, you're
12
safe.
steps of physical escalation. It's been identified by psychologists. It happens.
I think
always
it's much better to take your time.
You should. That's the point. I agree.
And I'm saying days. I'm not saying hours. I'm saying days.
I never said hours.
Where she jumps on your lap, you never escalate into her lap.
No, dude. Let me help you. Of course she has to jump in your lap, but it's your verbal escalation that will make her want to do that. You have to know how to arouse her, how to talk to her in a way that she.
Dirty talk is the most important.
That's
yes.
right, which is part of escalation. Absolutely. And so I don't think you're doing it wrong. I'm saying the de-escalation is just the beginning part of escalation because you have to start from zero.
But what I see in the
in
the red pill community is, dude, they're trying to be alpha so hard that they're like going way too fast.
Agreed.
Bro.
And I'm like, this is the one time less is more.
Yes, but do you know where the red pill came from?
I think homosexuality.
No, I'll tell you. So the origin of the red pill, I was talking to Mike about this. I'll share it. I've been waiting to share this publicly, but I'll tell you guys. The red pill movement started with a podcast called The Barry Kirky Show. And Barry Kirky was hanging out with the old PUA community back in the day. And Barry Kirky made fun of pickup artists because he was a comedian. He wanted to be a comedian. And he developed an audience, a following that absolutely hated pickup artists. What Barry Kirky would do was randomly turn up to PUA conventions and jump out on you with a microphone and be like, "You're on the Barry Kirky show!" And then he would like throw random things at you like, "How often do you jack off?" Like these stupid questions. I thought it was hysterical. I freaking loved the show. One day, Barry Kirky realizes that his audience have become very, very toxic. And the PUA community obviously loved the Matrix movies. They came out around the same time, right? 1999 through early 2000s, which is when the PUA community was there. So we came up with the idea of the red pill versus blue pill. The red pill was, we have seen the Matrix, which meant you could understand what attraction looked like. The blue pillars were everyone that didn't do it. So the people from the Barry Kirk show, the fans, started a new website called PUA Hate. PUA Hate was where they would go online and just hate on pickup artists. I know I was absolutely featured on there countless times.
Shout out to PUA Hate. Boy, those were the good old days, weren't they?
Wait, we're going to get there. Trust me, you want to hear the whole story.
And the chat goes crazy.
Next up, there was a guy called Mr. M, who was my old wingman from back in the day. And Mr. M was getting attacked. Unfortunately for PUA Hate, Mr. M was a lawyer in his real life. He hid his identity for a very long time. When a lawyer goes after a website, the website goes down. And so the website got taken down. After PUA Hate went down, they went for somewhere to go. They started a Reddit called the Red Pill, and that's where it came from. And that is the original of how the entire thing came.
Right.
The haters.
My hatred for Red Pill is only when my chat was like, dude, you made $20,000 fucking dollars a month for a year picking up hot women. Are you ever gonna tell us what the fuck you're doing? And I'm like, I'm not the analytics guy. I don't want to break it down. But when I saw how much money I can make breaking it down, I was like, okay, maybe twice a week. That way I can have like nice cars and stuff like that. And I started doing it. And then I started realizing, oh my God, this community is filled with fucking amateurs that are fucking up my guys. They're hearing one bad thing. I'm telling you, if it's Rollo, me, and Myron in a room, I feel Red Pill is badass. 99% of Red Pill channels on YouTube will get you tased and maced.
Well, that's because
there's so much bad advice.
Because they've appropriated the term.
Can we talk about, because I think you guys both agree on this one point.
Yeah.
It is I've always had a problem with like physical escalation in a nightclub that goes too far, because like what you said before about the R charge, and also like we're not good. This isn't Jamaica. We're not going to fuck in the club, right? So let's wait till let's wait till we get to a place where we can have sex before we escalate. So that's one thing I tell my clients for two reasons. Now, I don't teach a dating course like you guys, but number one, because I think it works better, and number two, let's stay out of let's stay out of prison. So like that's the reason why I teach that. Let's not escalate until we get to a closed place, maybe not in front of her friends, also that kind of thing, just because it might be a little bit safer.
My whole thing is, I tell my community all the time, I'm like, yeah, I'm projected to make 1.8 million this year with our series coming out, but I really recommend don't buy my shit and just go through Freud, psychosexual theory. Yeah. But they won't fucking, even the smart ones who finish university, I can't, I'm too.
90%.
What I did Adderall and cocaine and I got it done. They don't have the interest to understand a woman's psyche. And they're like, we like when you break it down in a funny way. And I'm like, you want me to do it? You really, watch me price this up.
You're the Andrew Dice Clay of the Red Pill. That's what you are, basically.
But there are a lot of guys who are good with women. They pick up on exactly what Rollo tells them what to do. Great advice. But they cannot explain what they're doing. That's where the mess up comes. There's always this Frisbee Chad who gets women.
Frisbee Chad.
And he fucks up the soy. Yeah, he fucks up the soy book. Because like, I'm a big scary guy, so I have to go way more into my female brain in psychology, where when I pick up a girl, I go, man, you're fucking crazy, ha ha ha. But if I'm a short little bitch, I have to maintain frame and authority the whole date. So you got to do the
little dog has to bark the loudest.
And that's why I look flamboyant with my movement when I talk to her, when I'm serenading the vagina. But if I'm in a room with Hell's Angels, my movement is rigid. I immediately switch. Nobody understands, if you're a Chad, you have to learn how to pick her up as a beta and an alpha, because she will test both.
Congruency.
But you guys teach, and you guys are always right, you guys teach that there's a very huge lack of alphas on Earth.
Yeah.
And what is an alpha if you define? Because this is a hard one, right?
So if you want to do this from like a like objective and subjective, alpha, when we talk about from taxonomy, is like, so we have a silverback gorilla or a elephant bull seal. That's one for every 10, right? For Homo sapiens, I think it's probably 16% of men that would be in that situation. The reason why I bring that up is because when you look at Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge, you have 20% of men getting 83% of the right swipes, which means the top 80% of men are competing for 17% of those men. Also, one other thing before you go on, you have 33% of men probably in that area that have had 0 sexual partners in the last year, and you have the top 5% of men with 150 sexual partners. So when you look at this scale, it goes like this, like a hockey stick, which would indicate to me, if you want to make that's not the, obviously, there's other reasons to be an alpha male, right? You're a firefighter, you're a military commander. I'm just saying when it comes to women choosing men to have sex with, there's a small group of men that are getting a disproportionately large amount of sex.
This fax machine, and that's just value. You guys better subscribe, but check this out. I can't believe you did all that. That was great, but what I want to ask is, like, let's say you like one of these girls as a friend, you want to help her out. What would you tell her? Hey, look for these things. This is a real alpha. That guy's a phony. That guy's a...
Yeah, it's action. It's 100% action. The biggest problem is, this is the thing. When a man wants to have sex with you, he has sex with you. When a man wants to marry you, he marries you. When women are
now look what you said. Identical to whether you look at Masonic literature or psychology. When you said action, you said active, which is the solar male principle. The female is passive, the moon. The sun is active. You said his temperament has to be active. Get up, we're going to eat. Get up, we're going to fuck. Actually, get on your knees. Suck dick. But what you said there is the best definition of masculinity, because I hate when people say muscles, because you can have all the muscles on earth. Right. Khabib is choking you the fuck out.
Yeah. I think another function as far as masculinity, because you asked about alpha male, is willing to die for your tribe, because that's an evolutionary adaptation. This is the reason why 40% of men have reproduced and 80% of women, and that the reason why we know this is because we can trail Y chromosomes throughout history. Also, go ahead.
What you just said there is man willing to die for his tribe.
Yeah.
You just admit only religious men are alpha. That's exactly. An atheist will never die for their tribe.
Well, I mean, military men. I mean,
I have my unpopular opinion on this as well,
ahead.
too. In my experience, if any man said that they alpha, they're actually not alpha.
Yes. Yes.
Agreed.
Seriously, though, who talks about it? It's like Fight Club. Like,
Alpha
don't
doesn't
talk
do
about
alpha.
it.
But when you look at like that,
it's because you have to demonstrate and not explicate. If you're talking about it, you're not doing it.
The problem is, Taylor, you're talking about from an individual point. Of course, I'm not going to say I'm the most humble motherfucker there is. Of course not. But from a population standpoint, there must be a way to say this person is the alpha male. I know when I was sitting there talking to the other lieutenants when I was in my squadron, they would listen to me because I was a captain. When the colonel walked in, we all stood at attention. It was very clear. It was very contextual. When I'm going to dinner for my birthday and everyone's staring at me, everything's cool. We would go into a club. What's his name? Calvin Harris would start playing. Now everyone's facing Calvin Harris. Alphaness is contextual, but over a course of a life, there has to be some way to measure these qualities.
There's a really easy way to spot alpha.
I got a question going on.
I want to do it after.
Go ahead.
So here's what I love. I love looking at the animal Lyons, because my last name's Lyons, but also I just love lions. And the alpha male, you can always spot him because he's chilling out, relaxing, and surrounded by women. You want to see a real alpha male, it's when they're relaxed and they're surrounded by women. The women want to be with him, which is always.
Yeah,
always.
he's the guy that other men want to be and other women want to fuck.
And how can we spot the beta male? The beta male is the one that comes to challenge the alpha, screaming, shouting, roaring, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then what's the alpha male's first reaction? He fucking yawns. He's literally saying, you are boring. I am relaxed, I am chill, bro, walk away. And despite what documentary movies will make you think, most of the time, lions don't fight. Because if they get injured, even if you win, there's no hospital.
I mean, the male lion sleeps all day and the females aren't, because one male lion can fuck up 30 females. So he's waiting to fight the other male. That just like a rooster can fuck up 1,000 female chickens, women can't fight or females can't fight. But the way we break down alpha and beta, it's like a marketing term, really, but it's zeros and ones. She either likes you or she doesn't. You know she respects you. When I walk in a room, all my bitches, they stand up straight. But if the girl's on her phone and she looks up and then looks back down, that bitch don't fucking respect you at all. They fix their hair when you walk in a room. There
we go.
And if you can't pick up on these social cues,
let me ask
you're a fucking
hold it real quick. That goes to my question, with the respect. Ladies at the table, have you ever fallen in love with or have you ever had sex with a guy who you didn't respect?
No.
in your past?
No.
No?
Yes.
Yes?
I'll admit it.
But
Was it a male stripper that you got from Thunder from
Have you
Down
ever
Under?
had
Guys
sex?
are
Have you ever been
I don't
in love with
respect
a
them.
person with a guy that you didn't respect?
No.
No? Cat?
Probably.
Trying to remember.
Probably
Dude, there
at
was
one point.
there was a lot of fucking Molly, and you don't remember.
Allie had
MDMA.
Like lost the respect in the relationship, but still loved them.
But look at the buzzword.
That was like
let's
lost.
just
Like it had been there.
and it went away.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, I guess it wasn't like from the get-go. I've never been with someone like I saw and was like, ew, I don't respect you from the get-go. So it was a more transitional thing, I guess. That
I
you
got
could
them
say.
again. I'm going viral now. This is admission of guilt because when I take, let me just grab the tits of respect.
guilty.
No. Check this out. Yo, I'm gonna nuke
I'm
this.
not guilty.
I'm gonna nuke this, Rolo. If I start fondling the word respect and I strip it, they all just admit every guy they've been with was above them.
No, I fucked them disrespectfully.
How? Like I respect my friends. I respect my colleagues. That doesn't mean that I think they're above me.
Doesn't mean they're above. It means
And the Cope begins the Cope Olympics. But did you see how I picked that up? This is a fucking
hold that
genius.
thought. Go ahead, Kobe. You were going to say.
Okay, so there are some
Talking
things,
to the mic.
Oh yeah, sorry. There are some things that you are saying that I can agree with, as far as like, yes, that men are the hierarchy in the relationship. The women are looking for this, but again, it doesn't necessarily and it could be the term that you're using, gold digger. That doesn't necessarily mean that a woman is always looking for this, that, and the third. You know, she could be happy if he was just content. Like, you could find a good woman that has good values, that actually adores you and respects you and wants to take care of you and play her role.
I love fairy tales, but check this out.
It is not. It is not a fairy tale. It is not a fairy tale.
But check this out. Why?
You got to talk a lot. Just a second.
It's all about the winning with you.
Mike
honey.
actually had made a comment that is very true. He says that men are about action. But the thing is that you're saying like all these women, you know, if she doesn't okay, well, I like the fact that you say that you don't want to sleep with them on the first date. I'm a Christian. I do not sleep with people on the first date. I actually don't sleep with men at all unless I'm actually in a committed relationship.
Amen.
And I know that the red pill states states that if you have to wait, the pussy isn't worth the wait. But trust me, mine is. My skills are. Doesn't matter. If he has the same values in line with me, that's great. But
I'll explain that for you, but go ahead.
But when you're
rolling.
saying that, you know, like, oh, I'm just gonna act like she's not fucking there and like that is a mental mind fuck on women. Like, I am not going to chase after a guy that is gonna sit here and pretend like I'm not even there. Oh yeah, that's
no.
Like, I'm
That's
not even
rubbish.
interested.
That if you are truly a high value woman, right?
There's no such thing as a high value woman. There's actually quality women.
Okay, sure.
Men are high value men. Women are quality women.
Thank you for that. But check
You're
this
welcome.
out. If you're a pretty woman, do what NFL players' wives do. If you're gorgeous, send me. I want 42 missed calls and get clingy, and I'll fall in love. If you know you're gorgeous, get clingy. And check this out. Your competition, ladies. I want to help you guys for once in my. I hate you guys, but I'll give you this, right? Because I get, you know, I need the liberals on my side. Buy my shit. But check this out. Just don't cut your dick off. But check this out. Now, ladies, when you are clingy, he really stops going to the club and starts staying home playing Xbox, getting head. He starts falling for that comfort.
man?
And no, hold on. Let me finish. Check this out. You ladies have to remember, when you're clingy, that man is your sword that you use to flex on other girls. My man is a Charizard, yours is a Charmander. He's got a bigger sword. He's got a bigger sword, right? But when you try and compete with the man, he is gone. He'll disappear. If you just say, hey, you're my husband, you're above me, it's going to go great. Because what he's hearing is, I'm not getting cheated out of a divorce. I'm not losing half my stuff. He's gonna fucking love you. I'm the dirtiest guy on earth. But two of the women who try to cancel me. He's verbally abusive. He's this. She went on the internet. The whole internet was on my side because she was crazy. She had 5 therapists, you know, God bless her. But look at this. The point is, every girl who I've ever been with said the one thing he had is he's loyal. He does not cheat. He does not do red pill shit. Even when I wasn't a Christian, I like one girl at a time. I don't want to worry about fucking a stranger, what she's gonna say. But you got to be looking like a model and clingy. And when I say clingy, I'm going to remind you, hey, you're 80% clingy. I need 99, bitch. And check this out. She then starts flexing me at brunch as the loyal Chad husband, right? But when you women look at a man in the eyes and say, we're equal, he says, fuck, that's a man. That's a man.
I'm not saying anything about equal, but there's a difference between being clingy and genuine desire. There is a difference about clingy and genuine desire.
But are you equal with your last partner? Were you equals?
I have never been equal with a man.
So he's always been above you.
He's always been above me. But
God
you're
bless
talking about
you. She admitted.
clingy. But
She admitted.
there's a difference between genuine desire. A man needs a woman that has genuine desire. I have given genuine desire. I picked up. I left my career. I sold my house. I moved to another state. I moved where I had no friends, no family, no nothing, because my man told me that if you want to be with me, these are the things that I want to give you. This is the life I want to give you. Then you will do this for me. I did that. It's not
You're
about
right.
clingy. It's about genuine
But you're
desire.
saying all the women here are wrong because they're saying my guy is not above me. If you're saying it's above,
their
you're the only one.
opinion.
Their opinion's wrong.
You can't speak for us.
You cannot
Do you agree with her?
All right.
Was your last guy
Domo.
above you?
Domo, go.
I just
Tell
want
us about
you
your
to
last guy.
understand that I'm in a different type of industry and I have a different perspective in my relationships. I've learned that when you're not clingy, your man is a lot more loyal and actually wants to be around you.
That just means you're not attractive enough.
Oh yeah, you think that's my issue?
You think if Miranda Kerr was clingy to any man in this room, you think we're cheating? You think if a beautiful model...
I think insecure men need to be...
Insecure men need
I don't even think men
You
cheat
feel that
women.
validation, that hole in yourself.
The problem
over
is
and
models...
over and over again all day long by
I'm not
somebody.
clingy,
That's
and I've had
lacking in
every
you.
man
That's
that
not
I've been
lacking in her.
with, they want to get back with
If a
me.
woman's not clingy, she just doesn't think she's that attractive.
That's
That
true.
is
Not
some crap
true.
shit.
Like, where do these ideas
Again,
come out of
When
your
a
head?
woman-
with
It's nonsense.
sad,
You find me
weak
attractive?
women who
Yes, you're
are...
beautiful.
Actually,
And
you're
the
with
clingiest one
girls.
here.
Time
And she's the clingiest one here.
Time out. Let's listen to John and Ali are talking. Go ahead. What were you saying?
You think I'm a clingy person?
Well, way more than them. Our interaction, we were about to make out when we first met. Look at these ladies. They're like stranger danger. And that laughing is, she's admitting it's the truth, right? She's getting out of the matrix.
I thought it was hilarious, actually, because that's not it. I'm sitting here over here every time you said something dumb. I really actually want to just pluck your fucking leg hairs out.
Help yourself.
That's what I was going for. I was like,
Hey,
"Ooh, maybe I can get
I'm
one."
curious about something because I know the two of you like vehemently disagree with what he's saying.
Yeah, I
Do
super
you
disagree
think
with you.
John does well with women?
I'm sure he does
Okay,
well
what
with
do you think, Taylor? Do you think John does well with women?
That's a very loaded question.
What type of woman?
A category
It doesn't matter.
of
Just in
women.
whatever he wants.
I have been in a place in my life, and I will admit this, where in
Here we
agreement to what
go.
you were saying, I was younger,
Speak it.
didn't know my own worth, and thought that I was less than.
No, you
in
weren't
ways,
there.
So I
You
tolerated.
had a good dream.
I tolerated behavior like all this peacocking stuff that he does.
All right.
And I tolerated it. I thought it was cute, but
very peacock.
The older you get, it's old.
Yes.
It's tiring. It's like a child. It's like babysitting.
I mean,
I don't mean all of your values. I'm not saying I do
okay,
agree
I'm not
with a
gonna
lot
lie.
of your
I'm not gonna
traditional
lie.
values, but
I have literally 30 girls in each big international city and just the regular
I'm not
city.
saying you don't get girls.
Yeah, there's an
I'm saying
emptiness.
if I'm
You have an emptiness
if I'm getting
in you.
surgeons, paralegals, doctors, cheerleaders, dude, this is
Why
like
aren't you married?
Who have you committed to?
Do you
Why
have
aren't you
30
married
girls
yet?
in
Who have
cities,
you
or are
committed
loyal?
to?
Which one are you at?
Why
Aren't you married yet? Then?
Why is
if I'm
marriage
dating
the
her,
litmus test?
If I'm dating her,
in a
if I'm
relationship.
dating her, I'm not loyal. But if she can damage my optics and say, like when she says I'm John Zerka's girlfriend, and she can hurt my fucking business
This
and
is the
everything.
truth.
This is where I'm loyal.
This is the
and
truth.
I'm not loyal for her. I don't give a fuck. I'm loyal for Christ. But and remember, I have erectile dysfunction. I'm not that horny of a guy, so it's easy for me. I'm very.
What's the longest relationship you've been in?
2 years. That's the 2 years.
So 2 years, and you were loyal during that time. You weren't seeing anybody else.
100. I was a drug dealer. I just stayed home so people would pick up drugs off me, like a bunch of.
How long ago was this?
This is when I was 26. I'm 29 now.
Okay, cool.
25
And the
minutes ago.
last time I was
You're a
loyal,
child.
the last time I was loyal
You're a
was live.
child.
I broadcasted it, the whole relationship.
Yeah, that's.
And I was loyal for a year and a half, and I broadcasted the whole relationship while every girl at these conventions, Twitch, were trying to get at me, and I'd be alone with these girls, and then they leaked.
So I'll tell you something that I think Michael will agree with. I genuinely don't think that men become adults until they cross the age of 30.
Yeah.
it is.
Well, it's not about being adults.
The
it's
brain
'cause
doesn't fully
I'll tell you
develop
this:
until you're,
you
what,
won't
27?
admit that American
24,
women are
24,
whores.
something like that?
You won't admit it. You want to admit
that's not true. That's why. Why would I admit
What
something that's
is
obviously
wrong
false?
with American women?
Most American women are
Let's
not
say-
whores.
let's say
This
I have
is
a-
statistical fact.
Most
men are whores.
Yeah, most.
Okay, what's
most
the
American
body?
women are
Roland, what's the
not.
body count of the average American woman at 18? Let's hit it.
Higher than a man.
At 18?
At 18. How many bodies?
Well, the average for the, what is it?
It's about 4 or 5.
At that age, 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
That's
All right.
lifetime.
Let's say to you that's normal, right? I'm Albanian. To me, that's trauma. If I have $100 million, I can't even find a fucking virgin. Where do you find a virgin?
Why
so
does
this
she
is
have to be
interesting.
a
So,
virgin?
wait, no.
That's so creepy.
That's not the point. The point is whether I have $5, $100,000, $100 million, or $1 billion, I won't get a fucking virgin. That's the point.
I have a
the
question.
point is virgins don't exist.
My first wife was a virgin, bro. I love this guy.
Anomaly.
She was a virgin from Texas Christian University.
You're supposed to stay with that one.
I didn't want to. She decided she didn't want to have kids, so I
said
divorced
she
her
didn't
because
want
I've got
children.
game, bro. I can switch.
You have 5 kids now.
Why didn't you get a second virgin since you're the best?
I didn't want a virgin. She wasn't good in bed.
You didn't want a virgin.
She wasn't good in bed. She had no practice.
So train her.
No, dude, she was. I didn't want to put.
You
the
want a
effort
big
in.
black guy to train her?
I don't need to pick up.
Every girl that's good at sex, a big black guy trained her.
I have a
Nothing
question.
wrong with
Who doesn't want a
black men.
virgin? Do you want a virgin? Do you?
Okay, so
Give me a fucking break.
I've done that before.
This
It's
is
a little
cult
messy.
podcast.
It's
Are
a
we
little messy.
culting?
Do you sleep around a
little
lot? Do you
messy.
sleep around a lot?
No.
He said no.
I have a
remember?
question for you, John.
But he's not a virgin.
Wait, right here, right here.
Supposedly.
Question.
Go.
Do you feel lonely at night?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Every single night,
I bet.
when I get head, I still feel lonely. I still sometimes.
bet, 'cause you get sex, but
No,
do you
because
feel
I'm like, where's the virgin?
But every single night you said you don't believe in casual sex. So are you in a
And you
relationship
have
right
erectile
now?
Yes,
dysfunction,
that's
so
my
it
girl.
doesn't work
That's my
half the time.
teenager.
Who are you in a relationship with?
18-year-old girl.
Oh, okay. And how long have you guys been together?
3 weeks. This is new.
Yeah. Okay.
But still, right? But
He's not wrong. He was.
I'm not lying.
I see the Twitter.
You see the Twitter?
videos, yeah.
I even posted that. I took out the address.
Okay,
I
so-
posted-
so let's talk-
Abraham, which one is it that has,
Let's
like,
talk
a-
about this. So
Nice
there are two
segue.
things I want to talk about: dating younger women and passport bros, because he brought this up earlier. So, do any of you ladies have any issue with the fact that men do like to date younger women? On average, women usually choose a man about 3 years younger. And from a psychological standpoint, men, or we had Richard Reeves here,
Yeah.
and men mature about a year and a half slower than women do. Go ahead.
Younger because they want more purity.
That's why
See,
men want it.
I'm so sick.
So
of
he's
that
saying he
fucking
doesn't
word. I
want
really
purity.
am.
He doesn't
I
want a
really-
virgin.
What does
But
it
see,
mean?
okay, so here's the
I'm
thing.
asking, genuinely.
Whenever we apply words like purity stuff, we're every girl that's been at this table has said, "Who hurt you? What's the pit in your soul? Are you lonely?" Every single one of those things is emotional language, right? You're not responding to him like with empirical data. You're not coming at him like saying like from a logical perspective. It's always who hurt you. Lonely, that's an emotion. Who hurt you? Hurt, that's an emotion. And so when we're looking at another thing is purity. I'm so fucking sick of that word right now, because really you're not talking about purity. You're talking about a woman who is a good bet for your investment for your future children. That's what it's really about. You want a woman who's going to be loyal, who's going to actually give you the babies that are your genetic biological babies. That's what it comes down to. We apply an emotional word like purity to it because it sounds religious, because it sounds good. Because,
What should I say?
because it
Virgin?
plays-
Should I say virgin?
Well, even virgin, it implies, it has a connotations that, I mean, a virgin. Why do we want a virgin bride? Because we have assurances in our evolutionary past. We have assurances that if she's a virgin, the kids coming out of that womb are my fucking kids. That's what it boils down to. It's pragmatism.
It's primal. It's
Has
always
nothing
primal.
to do. Have nothing
That's
to do
what
with
the Golden
religion.
Gate
Nothing to do with
Tell Adam
emotion.
22.
Nothing to do. Yeah. Okay. Exactly.
Adam, are you listening? Adam 22.
Good segue.
What if his kid starts turning black right now? What a 5-year-old.
Probably will. So you want to know?
Stop deflecting.
So you want to know? You want to know?
My friend Adam.
So Adam 22, who I know is probably going to watch this, so I'm just going to say it right now. The reason you're having a problem with your wife banging other people, and the reason why it feels bad, and you're not actually insecure, you are actually more secure because you feel jealousy, because on a primal level, you don't know that the babies that are going to come out of that womb are going to be your babies. That's why jealousy is
On a primal
feature,
level.
not a fucking
Yes.
bug.
Yes.
It's not doesn't make you insecure to feel
And that's
jealousy.
psychology.
It makes you feel you are
going
secure.
through generation to
So let's just be clear on this.
You
right?
are the descendants of men who felt jealousy
correct.
for
So-
their...
I will forget my thought. I'm not smart. I'm telling you right now, women hate when I say this, but every time I'm alone with them, they go, "It is true." The highest level of arousal a woman can experience is a jealous husband. That is the most her pussy will explode into a fucking Blastoise. If a woman doesn't have a jealous,
John, let me stop you there because I'm gonna ask Adam a question. Now you know Mystery Method, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you know that Mystery said that a woman cannot fall in love with you unless she feels jealousy for you. Does that gel with what?
No, I don't follow Mystery Method. I don't believe in it.
So you don't think a woman can't love you without jealousy?
I believe a woman falls in love with her own investment. The harder she works for a guy, the more likely she is.
But is she going to fall in love if she doesn't feel like she's going to lose that investment, or there's some sort of competition anxiety, or there's some urgency?
Wait, what's the point? What's the point of that, Rolo? What's the point of asking if she falls in love? Love is fleeting. So look at when does she fall in love? Looking at the love part is kind of crazy because she's going to fall out of it.
Well, why do you believe love is fleeting?
Well, I mean, are you fucking the same at 50, 60? Give me a fucking break.
Yes. Fucking hope I am.
But that's that's not love.
You need an 8-ball. You're going to need an 8-ball from me.
You're saying you're
I got stop. Nobody.
It's not love. You can be in love at 50.
So fucking 10 times a week versus once at 60.
That's sex. You're talking
but
about
is that the same level of love?
That's not love. You're computing love to sex.
This is why you guys don't get it, and liberalism totally fried you guys. You don't get married for love. You get married so you don't end up alone. You want to walk through the gates of heaven? Another thing.
You get
and Alzheimer's.
Benefits.
And another thing. If you're in an open relationship, the older you get, the faster you will. When your woman doesn't have genuine burning desire because she sees you fucking all these other bitches and she has a guy or whatever, you get Alzheimer's faster. We've seen couples.
I love this guy.
What?
I want the stats
wow.
on this.
I need to see this.
I need the
I need to see the data. This is crazy.
Hey, we lost audio.
I love you, dude.
Hey, we lost audio.
What is this?
Oh, shit.
I'm getting nuked.
Can we grab George? Can somebody go grab George, please?
John, I fucking love you, dude. Like, dude, I fucking love you.
Hey, guys, if you can put a one in the chat if you can hear us. We've lost audio. Hold on a second.
Wait, we'll do it live.
I have audio right now.
You can hear us?
I can hear everybody
I
right
can
now.
hear everyone. I was on it. My bad.
Okay, cool.
Put a one in the chat if you're
Can they hear us?
got audio.
Oh, they can see us.
Check. Guys, can you guys hear me on the headphones?
We got a one in the chat.
What's going on? Whose phone is it?
John, put it on your head. Put it on your head. There you go.
Okay, cool. Well, I have no more.
Close to the mic.
It's giving him feedback in his ears.
All right, I
have no audio.
I have audio. They can hear us right
Do your fucking jobs.
You want these on?
We're good. We're good.
Oh my God.
Put them on.
Put them on the mic.
Yeah, don't put them on the mic.
Check your.
That's like a mic and a mic.
I can't tell.
go.
I can't see.
Did somebody kick something?
You're
Audio's
on.
good.
All right, we're good.
Okay, cool. So I can't hear myself anymore.
I can still hear him through
this is
his own.
loud.
All right, just put that down. That's fine.
Yeah, you don't need it on.
Yeah, put it on the
Put it on
ground.
the floor.
Yeah. So something happened where I lost my audio and he's getting double audio. That's what it sounds like. That's why he's getting so it's so loud there.
Good
All right, cool.
ear.
Okay. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
All right, what are the questions that you have?
Right.
You want
I was
something?
just going to say, are we on?
Yep.
Alzheimer's, yeah.
Raise your hand if you laughed at what I said, that regular traditional couples age slower than all these others.
I laugh because it's not true.
Can confirm.
It's hysterical.
So if I post it on Twitter tonight, let's bet some money.
If
I post the studies on Twitter, are you willing to bet some money?
No, wait, let's get.
No, I want to know.
No, I got you. I got a real answer. Are you gonna?
I'm about to fuck with both of you
would
guys.
bet money, Rolo?
Wait, no, dude. Here's the thing. Anyone can find a study to support one point.
That's true.
No, that's a fact.
That's true.
But you guys said I want to see that study.
No, I never said I want to see that study.
Confirmation
Rolo, you said you want to see the study.
It's just confirmation
Now
bias you're
hold
looking
on.
for.
It's a waste of time if I don't see $1,000 on the table. It's a waste of my time.
You can do dueling research all day long. He's not wrong, but like especially in the age of the internet right now. But I will tell you this. Okay, between the two of you, how old do you think I am?
Rolo, I'm not gonna lie, you look good,
dude. I reckon. Yeah, I mean, you look good. I reckon you're in your 50s.
Good skin. You're 45.
No,
Thank
I would
you.
say.
I'm going with 45.
Hey, Ali has to go to work. Give her a hug.
Oh, okay. Whoa, wow.
This is crazy.
I gotta come back here. Forget fresh and fit. Okay. Wow.
You have a girlfriend, remember?
That's my girlfriend. Okay.
You have a teenage girlfriend, remember?
Hey, are you working all night?
Loyalty
are you
for
coming
Jesus.
out? You want to meet us at Zoom?
That was.
We'll meet you.
Text
later.
me. Okay, come meet
God
us
is
out later
watching
on
you.
tonight. Okay, perfect.
And judging.
That one,
Hi, baby.
she's
And
good. She
judging.
is so submissive. She's good enough to kidnap. What is she?
So
do?
I can confirm that a good marriage and sex
She's a
lasts a
professional
long
poker player.
time, and it does keep you young.
I'm serious.
Yes. It's actually people that are alone that end up dying sooner.
Oh, lonely.
Oh, yeah.
Is this the best episode you guys have ever had?
I think this is a terrific
It's
episode.
awesome.
This one's gonna
It
bang.
would be.
It's a banger for
It's
sure.
a banger.
Because if I don't see 2 million fucking views, it's their fault.
It is their fault.
Audience.
That's
Oh,
exactly
wow.
right.
Go tell your friends. Come watch.
Okay,
the
so
show.
let's.
Let's do super chats. Glenn, you wanna give it to us? For whatever we have. And do you have Mike's supers as well?
Yeah, I got
Easy to
Mike's
reach.
supers as well.
George, do you know why my headphones are out?
All right, we're gonna start with Mike's supers first.
Okay. Hey Tristan, can you shut that door because you're on camera?
Yeah, shut
There's
the door.
25,000
You look
people
like
watching.
you look like the GHB salesman. You know, like
All right, so we got
bottles at the club.
a question for Zerka. Zerka is making the red pill in Clown Show, just like Sneeko, Destiny, and the whole White Claw Power Hour.
Let's just ask: does anyone in the chat believe that guy wouldn't trade lives with me?
Who?
The guy who just gave him
chatter.
shit. The guy who just
Does
said.
any-
Got it. Yeah.
Does anyone on Earth believe he wouldn't trade lives with me?
I mean,
Does anyone in this table
I
believe?
do agree that Destiny is making Clown Show out of the red pill. But
Well, he's not. Destiny is. What's he saying?
I know.
Destiny's wrong about everything. He's blue pill.
Do you think men can be bisexual, or are they just homosexual?
Traumatized.
Traumatized.
That's trauma.
So you don't think like a guy that sucks
So do you
dick is
think
gay?
women are traumatized?
Well, no. If you look at the studies that are actually written by people who study in Harvard, but they're illegal. I don't want to hurt your podcast, but they're illegal to look at. It's always from trauma. It's always some molestation that led them that way. And this isn't just a Christian position. I had this position as an agnostic for years. I mean, this data exists, but I don't want to do that to your podcast.
No, it's fine. So I've heard that I know about the studies you're talking about, and the only issue is the counter to that study.
Behavioral.
And I'm not trying to have a position one way or the other. Is that when you look at there's a book called Dataclysm where they go over searches on websites for gay searches, and it's the same in every state, which means it's normally distributed. So if it's a function of molestation or it's a function of abuse, then you would see more in poor areas. So you'd see more homosexuals in
Definitely.
Mississippi and fewer in richer areas, and you don't see that. You see the same number of homosexuals in Highland Park, Texas, as you do in Jackson, Mississippi.
That's because you don't understand the trauma could be micro, could be very small.
Right, but you would see it distribute. What I'm saying is you wouldn't see the same distribution of homosexuality across the country. You would see some places
That's
with
too
more
much
than
of a
others.
I mean,
Right.
if you look at it from a sin, that looks pretty.
Have you
accurate.
ever experienced micro trauma?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Are you bisexual then?
For example, there's two types of men. Let's say.
Wait.
What's your
Are you
name?
bisexual though?
No. What
Okay, well,
the?
you
God,
have,
no.
well, you have.
Look at-
Accusation of micro
you're
trauma to
blaming the micro
bisexual.
trauma.
No, I'll say let's say two types of men. I'll use you for an example. What's your name?
Adam.
Adam Zerka. Zerka falls off the playground, let's say. He gets up.
Boom, bisexual.
No. No, that would be Adam. But check this out. Studies show that some people just interpret some scary event to a lesser degree than others, and those others actually become liberals. Being liberal is a temperament. You share your wife
You
and all
do
this
realize
garbage.
there's many Republican gay people, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And there's
the question
many
is-
Republican Christian people and many Republican
I hate
Catholic
Republicans and Democrats alike.
Thank God.
Because
my God.
when you ask what is a conservative, what the fuck are they conserving? LGBT
No, I just mean,
Republicans?
like,
That's not a
liberal, like-
conservative. The only movement is one that you hate, right? That's the
Or
last.
I should have said
right-wing
conservative.
movement.
Hey, John, I fixed your headphones. Try them on now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I figured out what it is.
Glenn,
There's-
I just want to make it religious.
a white cord went
here's
through
the
there and
question,
turned
Give
them
us the
all
next
both
one.
up.
Give us that follow up.
Yeah. Zerka, the question is though, man, if a guy sucks a dick, is he gay?
Absolutely.
So are you telling me that Destiny's gay?
Absolutely.
So Destiny's a gay,
Settled.
blue-headed dick sucker.
I mean, I'm about to. Can we say F slurs here?
Hey, so let's not do that. Real quick. So, because the original talk was about whether or not Destiny was right or wrong, so let's leave his sexual proclivities out of it. Where
Well, he has admit that he's bi.
Right. So
he's my friend.
Right. But the thing with Destiny, where we disagreed with him before, is that he believed that the alpha qualities didn't exist. That basically all you have to do is be around women in order to sleep with more
Try
women.
harder.
Yeah. And literally, the two of you and he himself are proof that that's not the case. Destiny literally met a woman on his stream, and then that is now his wife. But he didn't meet, like, he had a ton of followers. Like, literally, his wealth and charisma are the reason why he got a woman. For whatever reason, those alpha qualities could be money, muscles, game, frame. And
But Destiny's also known for going into internet wars and doxing, people doxing. He would be in that woman's market, sexual market.
Yeah.
He would be the most alpha of all the nerds she was talking.
That's exactly what I mean.
So he doesn't get it.
So that means alpha qualities do exist. And so what I said before, and where we had a disagreement, and he was like, no, I won the debate. And I was like, I don't think you did, because first off, he completely discounted the statistic about 20% of the top...
I watched this on Fresh Fit.
Yeah.
You guys won.
Yeah, the top 20% of right swipes, or the top 83% of right swipes go to the top 20% of men. And he sort of waved his hand, and I'm like, no, dude, that is significant, because that data is anonymous, and that data is verifiable. Whereas the other ones is self-reporting, that one is not.
And none of his data even overlapped. You guys, it looked like a family fucking tree. I was like, that presentation you guys had, but I hated the way you executed it.
What do you mean?
Because if you were more rude, because when you have the truth, when you have the truth and you're charitable, a lot of retards think you guys lost.
Well,
and it hurts my movement.
But it's also reflective of the people who are in the chat. They just want blood.
But
That's all they want to see is you punch them in the face.
Rollo,
That's
if
all
I
they
brought
wanna see.
4 overlapping studies and he brought 1 fruity study, I'm going to humiliate him because I did more work. I'm sweating from the brow, like Jesus said. So I'm going to say, Destiny, you're a fucking retard. You have no other study. But because you guys didn't do that with the attention deficit market we have in social media, there's gray zone area people who actually take his advice, and that advice kind of leads you to suicide, bro. It's fucking
and
retarded.
by the way, it's not just Destiny. It's also like that's a condition of the whole state of like social media right now. Is you have to like punch people in the face. They want blood. They want blood sports.
Dude, it's really unfortunate because, like, again, what we do, we on this show, we bring up more statistics than any other show, and we're not going to grow as fast as other people because I don't want. But the thing is, I want to have a disagreement with anything we're talking about, but I want to do it with empirical data first, and then your opinion can be whatever it is based on that. Go ahead.
What you're saying is you're building a higher Lego tower, but getting the same reward as Destiny. There's no point.
So
What's the point of staying up and getting the studies?
I'll tell you why. Because we did $600,000 in revenue last month. That's the reason why. My
Credibility.
my company grows.
Well, you'd have done $700,000 if you humiliated.
I don't think so because one of the things that's happened is there is a middle path. The middle path does not do as well. I'm still center right. The middle path does not do as well on YouTube, but it does very well in coaching. And so that's the reason why I'm choosing the middle path.
Oh, you're saying it would affect your bottom line if you went my style.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. And you even said this before.
Because you're not as like performative.
Well, let me see if I can give you a quick example here. Hold that thought. When we started this podcast, we were like, okay, we're not going to try to be like Fresh and Fit. We're going to do this format that we've been doing. Our point is not to Frank Castle anyone off. In fact, the only Frank Castle we've ever had on this show has been when Myron was here and knocked Toy Hardy off of here. That's the only time we've ever
Mike
done
Rashid's
that. And by the way, and so like women will get like very agitated on this. If women want to walk off, that's on them. But it's not our point. It's not our purpose to go and kick people off of here because we want to have that exchange rather than have it be a blood sport.
I've had a podcast. I've never kicked one girl off for a year. I don't believe in that.
Agree.
But I find it weird how you'll stay up, do the work, get the 4 overlapping studies. He won't do shit. He's fucking some bitch. He's not doing shit. And then you guys don't hammer in the point to the autistic people watching that actually get persuaded by his smooth little snake oil salesmanship.
Let me ask you this. What would you have us do? What would you say? Okay,
here
you go.
Why not?
Fuckwit. Is that what you want us to say?
No,
Here you go.
it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be mean.
Uh-huh.
You just press him on the fact that he's bullshitting. You guys let him get away a lot. Myron does this too. Lets Destiny get away with murder. That means he's lying. He's live and he's lying. Destiny can talk someone into cutting their dick off. Like, hey, go be trans, it's fine. And here's how he'll do it. And it's so sneaky. Zerka, are you circumcised? Immediately, if I say yes, immediately I start giving grounds in the debate and I start losing. But it is a snaky tactic because you look at that community. They have a high suicide rate in their community. So I don't know. When we deal with the blue pill guys, our side is so kind to them. Even me, I was kind to Steven for a year. We're friends, but if we debate,
I'll give you one more example of this because when we had Richard Reeves on this show, people said, "Oh, you guys went soft on him," or "You guys go soft on the girls." We need to punch him in the face. Richard Reeves, Dr. Richard Reeves. He's from this Brookings Institute.
He wrote a book on basically how Title IX has.
He was
made
on
it so
Dr.
that,
Phil with me.
Yeah, Title IX has made it to where over 60% of college graduates are now women, and so we've gone so far in the other direction that we have a group of men who are unemployable and unlikable by women.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so everybody said you guys went too soft on him. You should have punched him in the face, right? My logic in this thinking is that we can have him back on and have another conversation later on.
Oh,
so
was
that
it
we can
rude?
keep it going.
No, we specifically aren't rude.
Yeah, we were specifically
Was he
trying
rude
to have
to
a-
you guys?
He was terrific.
No,
No,
he was
the
terrific.
audience,
No, it was
audience
awesome.
wanted
The audience
blood.
is stupid.
Same
The
thing,
audience wanted
same
blood.
thing when I did Jedediah Bila's show back about this time last year. I went on her show, and when we had this confrontation going on, they said, "Oh, Rolly, you were soft on her. You should have punched her in the face." And guess what happened? By December of that same year, she's like thanking me because now she's on board with Andrew Tate. She wants to get Myron on. She wants to have me on.
converted her.
I converted her.
Okay.
So let me explain.
But I'm talking
why
about
that's-
conniving
Let's
people
see
you're
that.
not converting,
Yeah.
like Steven.
And you're never going to change. There's certain people who you're never going to change their minds about jack shit. I don't go on those. I didn't debate Destiny because I thought I was going to convert him or change his fucking mind. I did it for the benefit of the people who are in the chat who are listening to this, who might not have heard
But Rolo, you're
studies
assuming
before.
the people in the chat have a shred of intelligence. They don't.
Well, remember,
one day they like this influencer.
Those people pay
then
your
they like-
bills, so I suggest you show a little
Everyone who pays
more
my
respect.
bills is 1,000 IQ points lower than me, and they agree.
Let me give you some numbers here. The people who are in the chat right now are a small fraction of the people who are actually
Yeah, that's
watching
correct. Yeah.
video right now.
Like the thing is, because I know you're getting
How many views did that get? That
You're
got like
getting. You're opening a coaching
we had
program. He's got a coaching program.
35,000.
They're the ones who
live views
matter.
on that.
They're the ones who matter, right? The ones that when you're doing a coaching program, they're the only ones that matter. To me, my guys, they get on the life preserver with me. They get on the rescue boat with me. The rest of them, they go down with the Titanic. I don't really care.
You're not going to save them.
You come and join the Marine Corps with.
Why I'm traumatized is I spent a year arguing with. I spent a year arguing with.
Who are you?
I spent a year arguing with Steven, and I'm not insecure, so I let him have a lot of the arguments that I thought were stupid. I could have easily called it out.
Yeah.
But damn, over a year, that built up a fan base, a section, an ISIS of his fan base that literally went after me thinking I'm retarded on all my takes. And I'm like, if I rehashed those debates, I would have won all of them. But when I see nice guys in the red pill community, I go, he's lowering your guard on purpose. That's a snaky move what he's doing, and he's my friend. But when he debates, we're not. We're charitable, bro. Our side is so charitable.
I learned that lesson when I was.
Also,
I will get into Twitter threads with him where I have I think I'm having like this genuine debate.
The vasectomy one.
Well, that wasn't even that. It was some other topic, and so I'm going through this one thread, and suddenly I go and I see there's 3 other like sub tweets of this, and go, oh, what a fag! This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. This guy, so he does. He basically like kind of subcontracts out of the main thread so they can do these to make himself look better.
If you capture anyone online like Destiny,
that right there is just disingenuous. Why even bother?
Rolo, this is why I kind of felt
conversation?
bad. I'm like, if you capture any blue side like Destiny and you snipe him, do you know he'll respond with a meme? And it's a great shield on the internet because that's how stupid people watching are. Memes are shields. So that's why I press it and ask it again and again. Another thing, earlier he said all American women aren't whores and stuff. If we're 20 times hornier than women, how the fuck did they close the gap on cheating? They're closing it right now. Wouldn't you admit that the biggest horse to ever exist is 2023?
Whores are people that charge money for
Not
sex.
an answer. Not an answer. He knows what I mean.
That's a fact.
That's not an answer.
That is a fact.
You really thought I was talking about prostitutes?
So you're talking about
great. You know what I'm saying? You're on my level. You got that.
You're talking about the connotative definition of the word whore.
He would have to.
Like I'm a
admit.
whore to what works, and then you're talking about a whore, a woman who's a slut.
Let's
Yeah,
say
it's a slut. That'd
I
probably
think
be easy.
I assumed he knows what I'm
general,
saying.
though, is like more open than it's ever been.
Oh no,
So-
men. See, the thing is, men are having less sex, and women are
Well,
having more.
sure,
That's
sure.
the
That's a
difference.
fact.
Okay, Mike, you're 100% good faith with me. Everyone in this room, if they agreed that the studies show women are closing the gap on cheating for the first time in 2023,
It's about 20% of men and 13% of women. Yes,
if they're closing the gap, and we're 20 times,
it's about 17 times on average. More.
we're 17 times hornier, and they close the gap. And he won't admit that the one time in history where you live in slut society is right now. You guys would have to admit.
I think
you have to admit.
I think Adam might admit if you said women are more lascivious now than they were in the 1850s, the answer he would agree with.
That doesn't mean all women are whores.
Who here thinks closing the gap? They're closing the. But that's not honest.
Okay, so that's because you're talking. So when you're talking about like she's a whore, she's a prostitute.
Slut. Let's say slut.
So what you're talking about in this case is she's having sex for money. That's when I hear prostitute.
me too.
Absolutely. Whore is
Okay, let's say slut.
So
Slut.
let me ask you this: are women who are on OnlyFans are they whores?
Absolutely.
Are they prostitutes?
No. They're not prostitutes. Sluts. We're saying sluts.
Sluts, okay.
But
What if they don't?
changed it?
But what if they don't
Oh my
have?
God.
What if they don't?
I need a synonym for slut now.
What if they don't have sex with men on their OnlyFans? Are they still?
honey, it's
Would you
called
still call them a slut?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
The girl I'm dating, immediately she's like, do you want me to deactivate? Because I have all of her passwords within the first 2 days. Do you want me to deactivate? She said,
Oh my God.
Jesus.
even when I was a player, I'd have like 9 girls. I have all their passwords. And I used to actually hire someone to, I didn't want to look at that shit. So I'd outsource the work. And they, remember, these women have a smile on their face. You're thinking they're chained in a dungeon. They're very happy. Anyways.
Brainwash.
But
They're
yeah,
mentally
brainwash.
Girls.
No, that's what I do. I manipulate.
You mean
I
girls,
admit that.
yeah.
Right? I'm known
girls,
for
not women.
Yes.
Like little girls.
Women love manipulators.
That's why you go for
No,
little
you're
19-year-old
with
girls
girls.
because
You
you
know
can
why?
manipulate 19-year-old girls.
Yes.
No,
That's why you like
Look at the lie.
teenagers.
Look at the liberal fake news here. The first.
I'm not a liberal.
The
Don't just
first
say
time
liberal
I dated
fake news.
the
Like that's just a
The
scapegoat.
first time in my life I dated a woman this young was last month. When I was 21, I didn't like them. 19, 18. When I was 25, didn't like them.
Agreed.
It was cringe. But 29, when they did a hit piece on me, that girl looks too young to be around him. I wanted that media source. I wanted vengeance. So I started dating her. And then she's kind of stuck around. But she's like, do you want me to deactivate my account and stuff? I said, no, because this is not going anywhere. I got a fucking mission. I'm not getting married anytime soon. You can keep your OnlyFans. I turned it off for a few weeks, but whatever. And it was like just lingerie. It wasn't anything.
Glenn, go.
Yeah. So I got
super chats too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got a question for the ladies though, real quick. Do you agree with Zerka that if you're on OnlyFans, you're a whore?
No.
Prostitute.
No.
Let's go prostitute.
Slut, whatever.
No, you're an entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur. Okay.
I think when you're I think when you're a whore, you're a whore, and when you're a slut, you're a slut. And if you're posting pictures of bikinis on OnlyFans, then you're just posting.
Well, let's ask me. A big agency hit me up. They said, Zerka, we know that you're. It wouldn't even be if I made an OnlyFans. I come so fast, it would be clips, not videos.
Yeah,
it'd be short, right? But now
3-minute video.
And I have a medium-sized dick, and I'm huge. It doesn't make sense, right? Right? You can't have it all, right? Right? God is fair. But check this out. If this agency said because of how this agency said because of all the girls you know and how much they love you, you would make the most on OnlyFans if you open it up. And they showed me the numbers. And it's mouth-watering number for me. But check this out.
Be a virtual
check this
pimp.
out. If me, the greediest guy on the internet, turned that fucking figure down, how the fuck are these girls who barely crack $1 million, giving in for $1 million? So if I didn't crack and I'm the cokehead, how the fuck are they snapping and just going to the money? I can easily say.
I'll tell you exactly
I can
why.
easily call them sluts because I didn't crack.
I'll tell you exactly why. For exactly the same reason you were just saying a minute ago, is because these women on the video I just showed you, they think that the average guy makes a whole lot more money than he does. And so, like for instance, when you were saying here, one of the things that you were saying is, I make my own money. I have all, I have because what if he leaves me? What if he dies? What if he like fucks the secretary and he leaves me? That kind of stuff. That is the number one way that women justify getting like, I want to get my bag, I'm going to do all this stuff, because the average woman today, average women don't want to get with average men, but also women fear that they use that fear of the insecurity to justify, I got to go get my money, I got to get my business on point, I got to be an entrepreneur, I got to get my education on point, because I have to take care of myself, because I can't trust these scumbags, because men are untrustworthy. They're either abusers, they're incompetent, or they're Homer Simpson. Right there,
or Ned Flanders.
And so if that's your mental impression of masculinity, of course you're going to do that. Of course you're going to want to make sure you have your own
That is not my mental impression of masculinity. I never said that.
No, I'm not saying you are, but I'm just saying like the reason why women come to that position is because for the last like 4 or 5 decades we have taught women collectively that men are untrustworthy and you can't trust them for long-term security, so you have to do it yourself.
Yeah, which is a huge turnoff to the guy because he sees you as some man. If you take anything away from this podcast, it's what you said. Masculinity, tattoo this to your fucking psyche, chat. Masculinity is action. Now, if masculinity is action and she's out there working and has businesses, that's action, and it's a fucking turnoff.
That's a turnoff.
Huge.
That's
No,
a
I love-
turnoff.
I
So
love
she should
active women.
she
Hold
should
on,
be
hold on.
under
Hold on,
your
let her go.
wing, and you're the one who's in control of her
Yeah,
life.
what if you like got in a terrible accident and you could not work and provide for her? Like, God forbid something
What if
did
she
happen.
got in a terrible accident?
Well, what I'm saying is,
fuck?
in that situation, she just supposed to sit around and
Yes, and remember, if she's,
figure it out?
you're forgetting, if she's a beautiful, clingy girl, she's not thinking, oh, he's gonna ditch me.
No.
She got it wrapped
But
around the
her.
finger.
No. We're
She
not
won the
talking about
game.
leaving me. I'm saying, what if a circumstance in life caused you to not be able to provide for your woman?
I have an announcement. I have an announcement. Allie's poker game got canceled, so she's coming back.
nice.
Go ahead and sit back down.
What a cute excuse.
Yes,
what a
yes.
lie. She just wants to be here.
All right, all right.
Back to super chat.
I gotta
we got Mike with
make
the
our money.
Oh, go ahead.
We got Mike with a $49 super chat.
Yeah.
That's it. Didn't say anything.
Really?
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, son.
We got Emilio.
I'll give it to you anyway.
Hey, can we have Allie and John move? Guys, move to your left a little further. Thank you. And then
guys
move
are so-
towards Morgan. Thank you.
You guys are so polite. My biggest donation was $20,000, and the first thing I said is, "You broke fuck. That all you got?" And it was another 20. But then I didn't have the conscience. I could hear my dad if he saw that clip. He'd kill me. Muslim parents, right? So I stopped at 40. But you guys are so polite to your audience. It's like great to see. Like I'm
we got,
so rude to them.
Go for it.
We got Emilio with $4.99 super chat. Thank you, Rollo, for bringing some order. Emilio again. Insecure men.
I do my best.
Who hurt you? Sweethearts, these are the things that don't work in this room.
I don't know what they're saying.
The girl's saying, who hurt you?
Oh, God.
And then the
Yeah.
sweetheart, this
I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah. Pronouns are hard to understand.
Yeah,
in
and then
super chats.
My pronouns are he, the superior gender. Let's go.
Kristen says, hey, Zerka.
Hello.
Why was I banned for saying Christ is Lord? Zerka, they don't respect Christ.
Because you're a woman, you're not allowed in
not
there.
a Christian!
If it's Discord and we don't have women in the Discord, but you can just go to my Twitter, have fun there.
WTF World, $6.99 super chat says, Zerka, where could I book a consultation?
No way, I'm booked up and it's all rejected up to $1,800 an hour, and I hate doing them.
At Zook in about an hour.
They literally, it was $500 a few weeks ago, but they literally, every one of them, and I'm like, I'm about to become a scammer. They stop trying to get value out of me and try and be my friend. I'm like, you got 1 fucking hour and tell me your fucking life problem right now. What is your problem with your woman? But they try and be friend. So I'm like, if you're not cutthroat, call me an F-slur and get it started going. Zerka, you F-slur, I need this. If you're not like that, I feel like such a scammer.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm losing my mind. And so I actually put them in a training program to learn how to talk like me. So you get 1 hour, you record it, you take notes of what I said, and you get genuine value. And I'm going to be honest, it's such a waste of time. I'd rather be doing other things.
Bro, you should switch your pricing to $3K for 15 minutes based on what you said. This is what I do is I grow companies 100%. If you're overwhelmed at $1,800 for an hour, $3K, 15 minutes, churn them through.
But my team said, my team said, you're done. You're not doing consultations. They want book, website. They want intellectual property. They want all this other
Dude, you
stuff.
have to do everything, but you want to do 15-minute consultations because they don't have enough time to
But
do
it's
it before.
depressing, bro. Every guy, I look at them, I'm like, you mean you're an adult and you haven't figured out a way to win in money, women. You're a loser in every fucking area. When I was a bodybuilder, at least I had muscle. When I was a drug dealer, at least I had status.
They want you to be their friend.
I gotta jump in on this. You attract your clients based on the audience you're attracting.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
No, this is
all 3 of our clients. You look at the average man. What is the average man? Is it a winner?
No, dude. Let me be.
Is the average man a winner?
The average man.
Let him go.
I work with incredibly successful people on purpose. I've been teaching dating for 18 years.
How are you not embarrassed to say this? You're saying high value men are hitting you up.
Absolutely, it's a fact. Yeah,
give me a break, dude.
My clients are lawyers, are businessmen.
Some people are just socially awkward.
You can still be a
Just 'cause
lawyer.
you don't have game
You can
doesn't
still
mean
be
you're
a
not
loser and a
successful.
lawyer.
They're
You
not
can still be
losers. These are incredibly successful
If they're
gentlemen.
successful,
And
why are they
shoot
coming
rate-
to you for dating? Because they can't fucking get pussy. They're losers.
No, because
that's the truth.
They've got
They want
success
better
in
pussy.
every other area in their life.
Except pussy,
and
so they're losers.
Dude, our marketing says how to attract higher quality women, not how to attract women.
Zerk, I'm going to tell
not
you
how to
something here
get
in a
laid.
minute. Go ahead.
Give me a break. I don't. Look.
So let me explain something to you. The reason why you guys have a conflict here is because you're right and you're right. Okay, here's why. Because I've asked this question on Fresh and Fit. I could ask it right now because I know you're on OnlyFans. Like women who are on OnlyFans probably know this. Why is it that guys get so addicted to fucking OnlyFans. They can go jerk off on porn anytime they want to. It's not about jerking off. It's about human connections.
Yes.
It's about, and that's what they're
all humans want at the
Zerka.
end
That's
of the
what
day.
they're looking
Just to
for
feel seen and
from
heard.
you. They want you. You're a dominant personality. They go, I want Zerka to be my fucking
Yeah,
friend.
you
That's
have a
what they want.
demographic. You
That's
have a
what they want.
demographic that works for you. It doesn't work for everybody.
No, I'm saying, look, I'm gonna be honest. For us three, let's say, because I know you guys, I've watched you guys. I can talk about you guys,
sorry.
right? It's not like to exclude anyone, but us three, we could go to the bar with 99% of men on earth, and us three will literally say, us three will get up and say, hey, us three can make millions of dollars. 99% of people on earth, we'd see them as cattle. They're so fucking stupid. I'm a bouncer and I beat every professor, engineer in debates. How? Is that cocaine that good? They just stop trying. Even after, some people get a master's degree and forget what they learned because it's been so long. It's like forgetting how to kick with a black belt. We're active. We're men. He wants to say, yeah, his community's got geniuses and whatever. We know the average guy is fucking pathetic. I'm a Christian, so I have to say my yes means yes, my no means no. The average guy is pathetic. And when I get this message across, they come out the gates running with questions that change their lives. But if I'm soft, I swear we start talking about stuff we have in common.
Dude, I want to be clear.
It's crazy.
No, it's because you're targeting the average man, is my point. I don't target the average man.
Okay, if a lawyer has money but no pussy, is he a loser?
Who said he has no pussy? He has pussy.
Why are you a loser because you don't get laid? Like,
Oh my god.
So he's getting pussy, but he's getting coaching from you.
Absolutely.
Do you guys think this makes sense? Or
Yeah, he wants to get multiple women, or he wants to date somebody that he's got more in common with.
He wants
this
a different
is real.
kind.
I've never. So is it Drake?
The reason
Can
why
you get Drake?
The reason why I say you're both right is because I've experienced like the high end guys who are like they're in high end jobs, they're not getting tail, or they're not getting or they're in a marriage and they're like I can't get my wife.
I want to
fuck
add
me
something,
again.
and I'm not going to name the name because it'd be unfair. On Saturday, this coming Saturday, I've got a guy who's paid $20,000 to come and meet with me. You would all know his name. He has millions of followers online.
I got 100 of those guys in my DMs, but saying that out loud helps nobody because we're trying to help most people. Nobody cares about your 0.001%.
John, I'm trying to help you.
The
I'm trying to
anecdote
tell
of
you,
Drake.
if
If it was
don't
Drake,
like your own
even if it was
customers,
Drake,
you've
it
gotta
was Drake, it would be
change
bad
things.
advice. It's like, bro,
I'm telling you, if you don't like your own customers, you've got to change.
No.
things.
I don't like 99% of men. Because check this out. Because 90. No.
The chat. You said that people in the chat are all assholes.
Get one of your followers on a call with me. How about that? You want to see humiliation ritual? I wouldn't do that to you. It's enough. Check this out. That's crazy talk. Check this out. There's no
steamrolling
Drake.
this conversation is not how we're going to get through this, Rico. You're not going to steamroll your way through this. Hold on for 1 minute. Let him finish.
What I'm saying is, as someone who makes a lot more money in this industry, who has done this for a lot longer, I love my clients because we literally have a system.
This is a salesman. I love my clients.
I am absolutely a salesman for
You love all
just
1,000 of them?
Sweetie, we decline people we want to work with.
350, you love them equally.
No,
this is
over
a
the
fucking
last
joke.
18 years, we've worked with 350,000 people.
You love all of them? Do you heart all of them?
No, I like the ones that I have worked with.
Like or love?
So, can I find a middle ground here? So I don't have 350,000. I have about 600 clients. Okay, and in my 600 clients, I instruct them kind of like what you're saying, except it's not hate, it's discipline. And at the end, I'm like, you will wake the fuck up, and you will go to the fucking gym. You paid me too much goddamn money for me to sit here and fucking lie to you.
Absolutely.
So I say that to them because I do care about them, and when I do that, I'm way more invested. The other thing is, I give them a book list, I give them a workout schedule, I give them all these things at the end, so they don't want to call me back next week because they know they're going to get their ass chewed out if they didn't do the 5 things I gave them.
And what do you do when you are doing your Zoom calls? You make them put their fucking face on.
Yeah, make them put their face on camera.
And he actively filters for guys who are like cluster B kind of guys who are just kind of like, they're on the spectrum somewhere. And it's not like I've done the same thing where if I have guys, and I put this in my policies, if you're going to do a one-on-one with me, and I don't have that many clients, I only take a handful because I'm a writer, I'm not a counselor. I'll analyze your situation. I have a Patreon where I have like a group chat once in a while. We got 10 guys, that's it. But the reason why I do that is because the guys who come into my groups or my one-on-one is I'm not going to sit there and listen to your whole fucking life story.
Yeah.
I want to know what your problem is so I can analyze. I'm not a therapist.
That's
I'm not a
setting a boundary,
psychologist.
though. You know how to set a boundary with your client.
And if you have autism, if you are Asperger's syndrome, I reserve the right to say you need clinical help. This is above my pay grade. I will tell you that automatically. I've declined. I've declined clients because they're like, I don't know what to do with myself. I'm like, dude, you need to go talk to a counselor who does this for a living. And by the way, don't talk to anybody else in the manosphere. Go find a real psychological professional who can help you.
And the best part is if you show us that genuine interest that this circle, I need this from any three of us or whatever. If you show that, I swear to God, you guys are on board here, we stay much longer on the call.
Yeah.
For free.
Yeah.
So show us you're a man and get active.
Agreed.
Because that passive shit is sleep.
So let me ask,
well,
and to the women as well here, because when we are talking about the average guy, I was just saying about like how they all want to get into OnlyFans. I've got this from OnlyFans girls. They will say, how come guys are they'll spend small fortunes on OnlyFans, but they can just jerk off on porn for free, right? And so I'm saying, well, it's that human connection. Absolutely. The same thing is what you're dealing with, what we're both dealing with as well, because guys don't know how to interact and don't have the social skills to act with other guys. So if I hang out with you just here in the hallway, I can fuck with this guy. I know I can rib him and whatever. As soon as I met him, we're throwing footballs around and fucking around because we both know how to interact as men. That doesn't mean that the 99% of guys don't know how to do that. And that's also the frustration that most women, probably you at this table, have with guys right now because they don't have the social skills, not only to
100%.
deal with women, but also with guys. So you're dealing with guys who are high-level dudes who are millionaires. They don't have social skills. You're dealing with guys who are like just, spurgy idiots.
No, if they don't have the trinity, like if I stay with you guys, looks, network, status, immediately you can never, a tragedy could happen to you. Someone could cheat on you. I don't give a fuck. You will never be a loser in my eyes.
Yeah.
You know how little people, especially rich people, lack two of those. I think it's every millionaire I meet, they only filled up the money. It's pathetic. And to get proud that I have 4 women I'm texting. You have a yacht. There should be 400, you idiot.
But that's why he goes to them.
But,
That's the whole point.
But that's a loser in our eyes. He's saying they're not a loser.
Maybe in your
that's a bigger
eyes, but
loser.
not
You have a yacht and only 4 women. That's the biggest
I want to be clear,
loser.
you're missing something. I'm saying you're not selecting your clients well enough. This isn't a reflection
I don't
of the
select
client.
them.
That's the point. You don't.
Yes.
We do. You should learn the
I
skill.
decline people all the
This is the
time.
point I'm saying. You should learn to target better.
No, but check this
Know
out.
your
Check this out.
candidates.
Yeah,
Know your
exactly.
But do you
candidates.
disagree if a dude got a yacht and his bitches are coming to my house every night to do some little YouTube vlog, not even that many views, do you agree that guy's a fucking loser?
So again,
here's the political. Let's go political.
Time out. Go.
It's a yes or no. It's a yes or no.
You
Getting women
specifically,
doesn't
yes.
make you a winner.
If the man is
Bingo.
letting his girlfriend or wife go over to your
That's all of them.
house,
All right, hold on.
yeah, we have a problem.
Go.
I'm sorry, sir. Like, okay, I think it's great that you say that you're a Christian, but like, you make it actually look like it's a freaking show for you. And like you're saying here
is.
that you're a Christian and this, but you know what? When you're saying that these men are losers, you're supposed to be the
They are.
guy that they
You're
can count on.
contradicting your own
Not
beliefs
you.
when
It
you
says to
speak.
love thy neighbor. You shaming them and calling them
100%.
names is not you loving thy neighbor.
I swear
that
I
is
asked-
you sitting here judging them, and the Bible even says
But I
to
was
not
them.
judge. But yet you're
are.
judging.
You call them
No, I
non-stop
maxed-
names. You
I
say you
maxed
can't
Trinity.
stand
It's
them. You don't
over.
want to
I
deal
maxed.
with them.
I'm
You
the
are
Holy Spirit.
contradicting your exact
No, you're
stature of
contradicting
what you are
everything
saying
you
that you are.
With all
You
due-
are saying you're a Christian, but you are contradicting
Thank
yourself
you.
with your
100%.
words. It is not what is said. It
Yeah,
is
I
what is
converted-
perceived in
I-
your perception of
Action,
yourself.
remember?
Looks like you
Action.
are false, is what it looks like. I believe that you're a Christian, but you're not living
You're just
yourself
insecure
biblically.
inside and you're
Fast
not
forward.
living.
Let's
So
you
fast
can feel good
forward.
about
Someone
You are
press
not-
fast forward. Let's go.
See,
Wrap
the
it
only
up.
reason why you're saying that
Fast
is
forward,
because you know
hurry
that I'm
up.
actually
We're
right
done.
and you don't like the
That's the
fact
only
that I
way
am
you feel good about
challenging you.
yourself is putting
That is
others
why.
down. That's
Okay.
it. Then
That
you're
is
a
why.
bully.
Coco,
You don't like-
we got it. Coco, go ahead.
I swear it was his question. Wasn't it a yes or no for him? I don't know where she came from.
It's fine.
I came from because I was called on, actually.
Yeah. So the issue was she had a the way you live as a Christian is the thing that she was questioning, because
Okay,
she
but-
takes Christianity very seriously.
Right,
So-
but the difference from me and every other Christian YouTuber, pastor, and stuff, they can't show 1,400 converted people in 1 week. So I don't give a fuck about what she said. She converted no one. So wasting my time.
I'm a woman.
The
I'm not
question was
supposed to
for him.
speak to men and correct men. That's a
Well,
man's
you
job.
didn't
I
spread the
speak to the
gospel.
women.
You didn't
I
spread
speak
the
to women and
gospel.
correct
You're a
women.
Christian that never
Converting
spread the
someone
gospel.
and living your life as
How
a
do you?
Christian
I'm
is
sorry.
two different
Oh
things.
my
You're gonna say that I've never spread
Can
the
I pee?
gospel.
Can I pee, please? I'm gonna explode.
You're
I
gonna
had like
say that
3
I've
water
never
bottles.
spread the gospel. You don't
Yeah,
know
if
my
you wanna go
life.
pee,
You
you
don't
can.
know
Thank
what
you.
I have done.
All right,
You
so
don't
let's
I don't
know.
want to be rude. Finish.
Okay, so we're gonna let him pee. I'm gonna ask another question to the ladies, then we're gonna go back. I don't want to do super chats unless he's
Okay.
back here. I have all my super chats screenshotted, so let's go over that real quick. Okay, I have all my super chats screenshotted, so we'll go over that in a little bit. Yeah, there we go. This is better than
He's
I could have
gonna go
imagined.
cry in the bathroom
And
now.
the thing that I want to know is, Alley Cat, what do you think
At
about all
least
this so far?
somebody
Because
got him to go.
I barely heard from you.
I feel very unsafe.
Why? Really?
Yes.
Why?
playing
Explain.
footsies
Go
with her.
Go on.
I'm very triggered.
Really?
Yeah, I feel very unsafe.
Why is that?
Because of him.
His whole aura is very
Yeah,
predatory.
He's
He's not
very.
speaking anything. Men that are listening right
And I
now,
feel bad for
I
the
hope
women
to
here.
God, I pray to God, this man over here knows what he's talking about.
Right.
That's
Thank
why
you.
he attracts such high quality
This man
clients.
came with 2 women. The other man came with 0 women. I don't see. Like again, he's low.
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm sorry.
I don't
like,
care. He's hitting on this one while he
Yeah,
has a girlfriend, but he has
exactly. That is so
traditional beliefs,
inappropriate,
right?
you
He
know?
doesn't believe in this and this and that. It's just all contradictory nonsense because he's so high off so many fucking things.
I
I'm
agree.
sorry. I feel sorry for him.
Well, and
honestly.
that's another thing is that he whatever he's on, TRT or testosterone, he wants to combat anybody's belief that isn't his own.
Let me ask you something. If
I'm
you guys
sorry.
had a podcast, would you have him on your podcast?
Absolutely.
I will have him. I'm
not
interested to
denying
have
he
him on my
obviously
If
podcast.
he came to Austin,
but-
would you have him on your podcast?
Do you- I've been sitting here contemplating this, and
Yeah.
here's why. And this is like a really good point. We're really big on targeting,
Yeah.
and the reason we've worked with 350,000 clients over the years is because we learned we don't want to work with most people.
Okay.
I feel like
We've now-
he could use your class, actually.
Well, and we've now
to be honest.
we've now reduced
I won't
it.
take him as a client.
We've now reduced it down. We're now very specific about how we work. We actually have a 17 question system they have to answer, and our system scores them on how likely they are to buy from us and how likely we are to like working with them. Our questions range from data, but also like psychological questions. We ask stupid questions like, does bad grammar annoy you? And we know
Things
based on
that
that
actually
answer,
matter, like-
well, it lets us know whether we're going to work.
There's
work
a
with them or
reason
not.
why things like Match.com and things like this use all this data. It's scientifically proven over years of time of compatibility between two people. You're not just looking to get laid. You're looking to find someone for a lasting relationship.
Exactly. And so to answer the question, I've been thinking, do we want him on our show? The reality is, will he pull views? Yes.
Yeah.
However,
Absolutely.
he will also pull the wrong audience that we don't want to work with. Then I started thinking, well, it would be really fun to watch him get completely destroyed by my group because because we bring our clients into the room to sit in a live audience. And when those guys are there, to watch him call them a loser to their face.
That's what I'm saying. He
When
has
some
no
of these
respect for
guys
the
are-
people.
I'm sorry.
that are
I want
making
to
it.
watch.
It's so weird.
I just want to watch. I don't
It would
care.
be interesting to see.
I mean,
that
I told
play.
my girlfriend this morning I don't have opinions anymore. I have podcast segments. That's all I have.
Yeah.
That's all I'm good for anymore. To be honest with you. So this is the way I look at it, and I do apologize. I'm sorry that you feel that way. I really do. I didn't. It was not my intention. But the thing for me is I am a proponent of free speech, and so for me, I didn't go. Listen, if I went and spent 7 years and 7 days fighting, the Taliban, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to allow other people to express themselves as much as they can.
Yes,
You know what
they
I'm saying?
should. They should be allowed
And the other thing is John has a gift, and his gift is that when he talks, a lot of people listen. Like it's been pretty meteoric the way he's grown. We have some disagreements about
It's
certain
like a
things.
train wreck. You can't look away.
I feel like there are a few albatrosses around your neck that are going to keep you, because we were talking about this other. I think you have a potential, and there's a level to your potential you're not going to get past because there's certain things that you talk about, and you've talked about this before.
I'm going to do something I've never done live. I don't think I've done this offline or live, but I'm going to apologize to her because one, your husband is one of the best people I've met. I immediately clicked Christian ally. But number two, when you rewatch this podcast, you will see this is the first time in history, before I even knew it was her husband, I said, are you finished so I can go to the bathroom? Because I don't want to be rude. The reason I said that was not only is she a Christian, but she was doing great the whole show until they started double teaming me. And I'm like, what the fuck? Because I was talking to him. But I am sorry.
No, and I
For what?
apologize
What are
to the
you
table.
sorry for?
I'm sorry. I got it that
no.
spicy. With these girls, I'll go at it all day. Not you.
And I
We
wasn't.
Christians stay together.
Oh, sure. Fuck.
Go ahead, Coco.
I was not trying. I'm sorry. Your attention was there. I was not double teaming on you. I was trying to make a comment on something else just based on what you were saying. And then Rolo had tagged me in saying, go ahead, Coco. So I was not trying to be rude. I was waiting for my cue. And yes, I tried to be quiet and be composure. So I apologize to everybody that
You have to apologize.
I do. No, I'm the tornado. I should apologize.
No, I'm not apologizing. I'm not apologizing to him for what I said because what I said was true.
No, we got along until that point.
What Mike said was true. I take my faith very, very seriously. So
yeah, no, that's an ally. And another thing, he didn't tell me to say shit. I'm doing this for the first time out of my own heart because I know allies when I see them. And also, even my brothers get really. I'm a tornado, so it always gets chaotic. But guys, we're going viral. Like this is a good.
Oh my god!
He went and checked his phone.
Real quick.
Wait,
Can we go? Can we get through?
When's your birthday?
February 23rd.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
God.
Stop. Don't even go
Sorry.
there.
Okay, so real quick. Do you want me to read mine off here, or how do you want to do this?
I got yours right here.
Go ahead.
This is another one on Rolo. It said, appreciate the great work you guys are doing. John Zerka, Christ is King. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right.
For yours, we got. Here we go. She's rich and plays Dungeons and Dragons with Adam.
Yes.
That's me. That's about me.
And then Adam with the W.
Hell yeah.
Don Juan.
Winner.
Adam with the W.
Wipe her up.
And then Bebe says, bottom Z, stop asking questions then interrupting.
That's me. I'm bottom Z.
Yeah. Then
Hey, that's better than top.
what does Zerka think about Reburn? Reburn?
Hey guys, one more time. It's called Grammarly.com. Yes. Grammarly.com. You are paying us money. Every week it's like this, and I don't understand. It doesn't matter if you don't speak English.
If English is your second language.
You can go to Grammarly.com and you can get these things done properly. Go ahead.
And then Don Juan says, if she's not digging for gold, she's a landscaper.
Cool.
What's that last one on mine?
On last one on yours.
Women pick the winners. There you go.
Women pick the winners. How can you be a winner if a woman says you're not a winner? You're not a winner. No job description generates arousal. I think that points to you with the whole lawyers and being a baller. I think it goes back to what you were saying.
I don't know if I could agree with that.
No, they're agreeing with you. They're saying,
I don't want that one to agree. I don't want that one.
All right, so you got mine?
I read through yours.
Okay, so let me know. I have mine. Here we go. Okay. Don Juan, he says, so it's true Adam Lyons is here. All right, our red pillars, y'all can stop reading the wrong books and get in with Mike and Adam. Zerka is here. Derek Wilmer, $4.99. Google the Zerka official. Tara, 2,000 yen. I don't know what this symbol is. I disagree about playing games like going hiking to be tired. The goal is genuine desire. I don't need to compensate. Have great sex. We'll solve retention issue. No need for that hike. I disagree.
The point I'm making is many men go to the gym before a fucking date, and it helps them talk slower. When you have that surging energy, she's picking up on you talking faster. Whoa. Please don't be turned off. But when you're talking faster, you're scaring her on the date. Like when I'm on the date with her, it's gonna be back here, like leaning back, very calm. It's not gonna be debating like making $1 million, right? You know what I mean? Right?
Hey y'all.
Derek Wilmer also says Zerka needs a course. He says you need a course.
No. I have something coming out, and it's called Date IQ, and really. It's like Sigmund Freud, but me explaining it.
Sigmund Freud was a super cocaine addict, right?
I know.
There we go.
Who do you think inspired me to read?
So there we go. Frankify also. Frankify, I'm not making this up. He also said Zerka needs a course. The next one, the Alpha Widow. Destiny publicly supported CP. He needs to bounce. I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's child P.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah, no, don't even go.
Eric Tarnbold asked Zerka if he agrees with Justin Waller about being in shape is the most important aspect of money.
Fuck no. That is not.
Really?
That is are you kidding me?
Keep going.
So what's the most important?
Let him cook.
Then why do you do so many steroids?
No, I don't. You should see when
why?
you should see when I do steroids what I look like. But literally, let's just go off DJ Khaled.
Okay.
Is he in shape?
The man who doesn't eat pussy.
DJ.
I've never ate pussy once in my life.
I'm sure you have.
I've kissed it.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Well, that explains it. That explains the women.
No, pussy look like a battlefield. But yo, check this out. That Waller guy, is that the redhead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, I've never been afraid of a battlefield.
That's a good one.
A bloody one.
Eating pussy is just submissive. Let's call a spade a spade. But check this out. And you think about it.
Tastes great.
Think
You
about
must be so lonely.
No,
I
but think
feel
about
so
it. When
bad
she,
for you.
I mean, how can you argue this? When she sucks dick, it's her nature to be submissive. A dude eating pussy, it's not your nature. You're gonna fuck the shit out of her. But that Waller guy,
It is not
how is
her
Waller beating
nature.
DJ Khaled?
You just
Isn't
don't know how
DJ
to do it
Khaled
great.
with a wife getting more women? DJ Khaled does not have a six pack, but the Waller guy does, right?
I don't know. Waller's getting a lot of girls.
Like DJ Khaled.
I don't know, man.
Like Rick Ross, like the high status.
I agree.
Justin gets a lot of
Justin gets a lot of girls.
I'll say this: when I was a
just
shredded
ain't
bodybuilder, I got much less than with a gut as a streamer with status. Status is insanity.
Agree with you. No, I totally agree with you.
Agreed on
But that's anecdotal.
But in order,
That's stupid.
but in order for you to get that status to work every day, I think being in shape, maybe not the six pack abs, but how about like having like I've
You
seen
could
this
be a
before.
runner.
But when you get fat, I do think it messes with your neurology. I've seen people gain a bunch of weight.
I didn't say fat.
And they start becoming crazy when they get overweight. So that's one of the things that I've seen. So I think maybe when he's saying about his fitness, what he means is like being physically fit from your neurology. You're able to perform better.
He 100% wins the debate. Waller, am I saying right?
Yeah.
Waller 100% beats me in the debate if we're talking about getting pussy. But if we're talking about sustaining it, she lives in the chick wants a nest. She lives in your house. DJ Khaled has a wife and 40 bitches. I seriously doubt Waller has that. Now, if you're talking, he has a wife. He has a wife. Okay, so he lost already completely. 100% lost. He 100% lost. But DJ Khaled is a fat ass, really. So if you're telling me looks is the most important, that's anecdotal. We can go
being
through
in shape. Being in shape. Yeah.
Being in shape, you get 1 million hookups. 1 million hookups means you become beta because they don't stay with you. You need to sustain the bitches. Every bitch I ever fucked, it was 10 times, it wasn't once. Because I knew if I'm getting blocked after fucking a beautiful girl, am I really walking up to the next one with confidence? That's retard science.
We got one here. He's a little critical here. It's from Scholar T. It says, Zerka, you're cool, but you're not Tate. Tate gives a lot better advice than you.
Tate
Anyways,
goes
Jesus
under
is king
a chair.
and-
Tate goes, he made his millions. Can I attack Tate or is this your boy?
You do whatever you
Rock and
want.
roll.
Right, let's go. He made his first million. And just so you know, I'm not joking. This dude made his first million spending 8 hours a day under a table, texting to men as they're ejaculating because the woman couldn't do it. And you want to compare him to my legacy? Are you kidding me? Is this the Cope Olympics? You're telling me I have to respect an OnlyFans manager. I think I'd rather respect the fucking Army dude, the Air Force dude, the Navy SEAL. And you know what's crazy? He had the fighting skills to be a real man, and he chose to play with fucking whores. And this guy really wants to compare everything I went through to an OnlyFans pimp? Get the fuck out of here, bro. You're done.
All right. Any other super chats?
There you have it. I got some on mine.
Yeah, we got $9.99 super chat. Zerka, thank you for bringing Christ to the mainstream. My little bro lost his ability to walk recently. Please say something like, "Go Xander, Christ is king," so I can show him all the love.
Let's go, Xander. Go, Xander, and never stop. It never fucking ends. We're with Christ eternally. Well, whether you want to accept him or not, everyone accepts him on Judgment Day. And remember, as a 5-year-old, you have a sense of injustice. Oh, he got 2 Skittles, she got 3. There is a divine Judgment Day. It's not Buddhists where you just infinitely regress and like I get reincarnated. We all know right and wrong. Well, we don't know it, but we definitely feel it. That means Judgment Day is coming. And I'm the worst, most vile sinner here. If I can make it,
I think we can agree on that.
Everyone can make it. And remember, without Christ, what the fuck? What else? What else is there? The first book ever made has been here for thousands of years. Every book we write.
They're going to save that for our debate.
Save that for Monday. We got that one.
Every other book we write, Jordan Peterson, anyone who writes a book will be dust in the wind in a couple of years. That book ain't going nowhere. That's the only book that matters.
Does Bible support cocaine use?
Well, it definitely doesn't say you can't do it.
I'm like curious about it. Well, you're the Bible expert.
Remember, it's very low IQ to say you sin because we're all sin.
I didn't say that. No,
The point is,
the question.
I asked the questions genuinely. I don't know.
I know, but it's a stupid question because remember, who here sins? The point is to be saved from the sin and be washed in the blood of Christ. That's the point. Nobody here is going to stop
So
sinning.
you can just act as shitty as possible and Christ is going to forgive you?
No,
is that what you're saying?
There has to be action. Is Zerka a better person than when he used to put knives to people's throats as a drug dealer?
Okay,
Am I a better person?
I don't know that,
I'm a cutie pie now. I'm like teddy bear. So this Christianity really softened me up. I needed it, or else I would have been in jail.
So you were harder than this before.
I was disgusting. I was a disgusting degenerate. Now I'm a degenerate to like the average Joe. But compared to my past, oh my God, this saved my life.
Keep going. You don't stop yet.
5 years. That's why
you're not there yet.
No. You guys are right. We'll stay on dating statistics. That's better than the Bible.
All right, we got one more. It says, pardon my language, but what the gosh darn heck are y'all doing? The Zerka motive is here. Climb aboard or get the heck over.
What did he say? Motive?
Zerka motive.
Like a Zerka motive.
Like a locomotive.
Yeah.
The Zerka motive.
I don't like that. I don't like that. No. I don't like him. I don't like him. We disown that one.
That's all for Super Chats.
George, put me on. I'll get you. I got the next video here. Ready? Well, here we go. Oops, wait a minute.
thing is that men lie to women because they want sex. So men normally don't tell the truth to women. You're hearing it from me because I'm not trying to smash you. That's why I'm so truthful with you ladies. And it seems like maybe I'm disrespectful or maybe I'm mean or rude. But I'm not mean or rude. I'm just not trying to have sex with you.
That's a fact.
But if I wanted to be clapping cheeks, this podcast would be very fugazi. Because I'll be like, oh, word? Do like a woman's money. We love your income. We love your income.
Nobody
we love
ever said
independent
that.
boss women. Derek Jenks' entire message was all based off selling females word salad. It's just like Justin LeBoy. It's a whole lot of things that feel good. It feels good. It feels good. It feels good. What I'm giving you doesn't feel good. The things that is true normally doesn't feel good. Trust me. If we was trying to smash, it will all be like a Derek Jenks or a Justin LeBoy. We'll be like, yeah, true. We'll be talking about sex a whole lot. We'll be talking about like, oh, what's your favorite position? The reason why I didn't ask your favorite position, because I do not care about your favorite position.
Shout out to No Fugazi. They're going to be coming on in August. They're coming over here to Las Vegas. We're going to have them on the show.
Just throwing that one out there. So the reason I put that one up there is because we kind of have had this conversation right now. So one of the things that when we start talking about like statistics, when we get kind of lost in the weeds here every now and then, we'll talk about like evolutionary psychology from like David Buss, and it's like all women's like eyes glaze over because it doesn't. He was just saying it doesn't taste good. Do you as far as like the entertainment value, as far as the emotional response and stuff like that? I see like a lot of the same thing going on here. Do you guys, ladies, do you kind of bristle at the fact that like I'm clearly bristling at the fact of what he's saying right now? Is it because it's true, or is it because it just doesn't feel good to you right now?
Oh, it's so funny. I know, like some women get, affected here. For me, it's entertaining. Like, if someone called me pink elephant, I'm going to get offended because I'm on a pink elephant. I know that, right? So for me, everything I'm, like, not triggered at all, actually. I find it, like, hilarious. I like being here. Thanks for having me, guys. So for me, it's just more entertainment. It's difference of opinions, and I think nothing is triggering, and, it's kind of fun.
Yeah. I get in a lot of trouble whenever I'm throwing out, like, stats. And like, when I go on Fresh and Fit, for example, if I'm on this show, we're going to be on whatever podcast, actually, on July 5th, or July 25th. Yeah, we'll be back on whatever again. But when we go on there, I think one of the things that, I guess maybe it's the conflict anyways, is that I think there's this idea that we're supposed to settle something, resolve something, and feel good about it at the end of it. And sometimes that's not the conversation. Sometimes it's just like, you know what, nobody ever told me that. I feel bad about it, or it didn't taste right, or I feel uncomfortable about it, or whatever else. But the thing is like, did you learn something? And so I think that's really because when I approach a podcast, when I'm making an appearance, even when I was on Dr. Phil, it was just like, I'm trying to throw out there this information, and they're trying to do entertainment. And so it's always this conflict between like what feels good and what is educational and what is going to help you. Like maybe you're going to use this as tools later on in life.
I appreciate the truth. I mean,
Same,
I can separate myself I'm a very emotional person, but I
Mm-hmm.
can put myself in a logical state of mind and sympathize, as we were talking about last episode, with the male psyche.
Sure.
And I can take the truth. In fact, I prefer the truth because I'm I hate saying this in a way, but I'm so intelligent. I know when you're bullshitting me. So I'd rather you just cut to the chase and tell me what's what so we can get down to business. You know what I'm saying? Versus, I don't need you to sugarcoat shit. I don't need you to finesse me. I don't need you to do any of that. You know what's wrong. You know what's right. I don't have to fucking tell you. So I'd rather you just shoot it straight, personally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shall we talk about Adam 22 now?
Yes, we should.
Should we? Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so
go ahead. You go.
I'm gonna let me. I'm gonna
be.
be. I don't believe this, but I'm going to play devil's advocate, and then that way you guys can.
Can I do that too?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I met him. I want to be nicer.
Yeah, for sure. So the thing with Adam, number one,
I want to get back on his podcast.
Yeah, so,
That's what I'm saying.
I have
Give
a
us the
theory.
backstory.
all right, so here we go. So I'm going to play devil's advocate, and I'm also going to.
I have a video for this, but go
Cool.
ahead.
I'm going to provide a little bit of exposition for those of you who don't understand what's going on. No Podcasting, incredibly successful podcast.
No
It
Jumper.
is No Jump. I'm sorry, No Jumper. Adam 22 is the host of No Jumper. He has several other subsidiary podcasts. He and his wife, Lena the Plug, they also have a side podcast they do called Plug Talk, where the two of them have sex with guests on the podcast on a regular basis. They just talk to them, they interview them, and then they just start fucking them. It's one of the craziest things.
Yeah, it's
I've ever
super
seen. You can
crazy.
watch it on Twitter. It's fucking nuts. Anyway, so what happened was it was closed on her end and it was open on his end, and they had been with hundreds of women together. Adam finally went on his podcast and said, "I am allowing my wife, Lena the Plug." Are they actually married?
7 years.
7 years. They have 2 kids together.
No, one.
They have 1 kid together, and they're going. And so she is going to now have sex for the first time on camera with another performer.
Or she's already have.
Yeah,
On
she
Black,
just,
by the way.
She just did it for the first time, and then what happened was the entire world came crashing down on him because it wasn't a polyamorous relationship; it was closed on her end, and then he allowed it to be open on his end. And then we saw the thing with Johnny Sins, a very similar situation where Kiss of Sins, it was closed on her end, and then it was open on her end, and then she left him. And so there's a bunch of stuff going on. The way Adam 22 is handling this, I can't imagine. Like, I would not have done what he did, but the way he's handling it, it could not be better. He is going to make millions off this. So I'm just going to play devil's advocate. I think from his standpoint, from a podcast or a content creator, now he is on the public mind. Like Joe Rogan is talking about this. Everyone is. I guarantee you, Elon Musk probably didn't know who Adam 22 is, and he knows who he is now. So there's 2 ways to look at this. Number one, how much was it worth for you? For your wife to have sex with a well-endowed African-American man, how much was that worth to you? Number one, and number two, in the end, was the you have to equate what was that price, and then how much is he going to get for it? And the other thing you have to ask yourself is, you've been with hundreds of women with your wife together, and so does it mean as much because you've had so much sex outside the relationship? Because he does porn. So what do you think? Anybody want to jump in?
I have a theory. Oh.
Hey.
Go ahead. Keep talking.
Shoot.
Forget.
Okay, so my theory is, I mean, this is very different in our lifestyle for porn and porn actresses, but honestly, he's rich. He gets women. He's had all these women. He doesn't necessarily need the money. I think he's into the whole humiliation thing. I mean, there's
a market for that.
I don't want to necessarily. He's not necessarily a full cuck. But he's up there. He's up there for sure. He's getting off on this.
So is cuck on a spectrum? Is being a cuck on a spectrum now?
Yeah.
Again, I play devil's advocate. Now it's time for you guys to come on. Ready?
So plot twist time. Can I add some more to the story now that we've got this? Okay. The other thing is that he was all okay. So 3 days after I was there on Monday of last week. And so
on their podcast,
I was on. No, I didn't go on with Adam.
Sure,
But Adam was on with Destiny during that time, and he was ironically enough.
That's Nico.
And Sneeko was there as well, and MLD was there too. But no,
Sneeko and Adam, high five.
Yeah, right. I know. Well,
they got so much in common now.
But yeah, exactly. Well, so does he, and also does he,
and Destiny. And that's a 3 high.
Ironically enough, Destiny was on that show when he was talking about how he felt insecure. I don't know if I was feeling.
Right.
I thought because he was a former porn star as well, right? Adam 22.
He's
He's still a porn star.
Current.
Still is.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
so
still
currently,
current.
But so he was having problems with like allowing Lena to go and have sex on camera, and so now suddenly he's feeling this jealousy, as we were talking about before. And so when I'm talking about when guys feel we say, oh, I'm insecure in your masculinity. No, you're feeling very secure in your masculinity
Right.
because that's what's supposed to happen when that happens, right? So all this is going on. They're having this conversation with Destiny, oddly, almost karmically enough. And then about 3 days later, we come to find out that from I don't know who the male actor was, but he was saying that Adam was the one that was shooting the video and was right there and did this confessional thing saying, I don't know why he has a problem because he was the one there shooting the video in the first place.
And he's talking on his podcast that he wasn't there. He wasn't.
Wait, so he was there or he wasn't there? What was the truth?
I don't know. Man. They're trolling.
He was there, and then he had heart broke.
So hold on. So wait, he was Schrodinger's Adam? He was Schrodinger's penis.
Why would he?
Sounding like
why
bait
would
and
he
switch to me.
jeopardize his brand, his network of his audience to that? He's rich. He has the woman. He has every porn star in the industry and OnlyFans creator. He's kind of into this.
Would you have gone on Plug Talk?
I would. I met him. I met him at the party.
I was there
he was
with
a
you.
fucking asshole.
He was?
Yeah,
Domo
he was
is
a
our
fucking asshole.
Domo is our
I
best
like Lena.
insider for this kind
I
of
like
information.
Lena, and you know why? I respect her because I've been that woman, and she's gone through so many women with just him. Of course, she's already a mom. She's a great mom. So if she wants to get some other dick, then yeah, fuck yeah, she deserves it.
But it's a black dick.
Does not matter. It's a person.
Oh my God, you can't say things like that.
also-
We're canceled. I do not stand behind that. That is terrible. That's a terrible thing to say.
Honestly, she's a porn star, and you have to understand that your body as a woman, you can open up, you could take a lot of dick, and you could go right back.
Hold that thought.
Sorry.
George, give me
science.
put me up.
Yes.
How much
Hold on.
praying you gotta do
Hold
for
on.
that?
Stop the tape. Here we go. On that note, this is perfect segue.
Hey, John. This is my girlfriend, Kylie.
It wasn't hard to come back to your. I was in a lot of pain for a few days, so having sex was,
it was reupholstered.
you were a little traumatized by me being like, "Ouch, hold on."
Oh shit!
At first, yeah, but that did go away pretty quickly.
It took like 3 or 4 days. Yeah.
Yeah. You feel like it snapped back? Well, you never had the natural birth that you were planning on.
I don't believe that vagina stretches from having sex once for 40 minutes with a bigger.
I mean,
well, there you go. Okay, now.
And look at this too. He's having her on the show talking about it. His goddess, his woman, is humiliating him, and he's loving every minute of it, and he's going to benefit off of every minute of it.
Okay, ready for the final? Okay,
Why doesn't every man do
final plot twist. They're going to shoot again, and he's going to run a train on her.
He said there was going to be two men in the room.
Strikes back.
This was just an hour ago on Instagram. Just say.
Yeah.
Mashallah,
I
Adam,
watched it.
Adam's going to be those guys who
Double
He's going
penetration.
to off himself if he keeps going this way.
So
I'm calling it.
did Destiny make being a cuck a flex?
Yeah.
Well, that's my next question, actually.
Now,
why is this popular?
Well,
why is this a big deal
It's
right now?
really mainstream. I mean,
Yeah, cucking is really popular. It's very popular.
I did a scene.
Pathetic.
I did a scene. I have a great fan base from it. It's a very small niche. A lot of men, they have this perverted.
Those aren't men.
Whatever. They
Ain't
could
no
be
male
they
lions
could be
sharing.
species, but
No
they
male
have,
lions sharing.
They have this perverted mind
Whether
that
it's
has
from
lingered
trauma.
in there.
It could be
It's
from trauma.
It is trauma.
It's trauma.
You gotta
But
unpack
it's
his
honest
trauma.
nonetheless.
Hey, I'm traumatized
Absolute
too. I don't let
trauma.
my girl get fucked. Matter of fact, when I meet a girl at the bar, there's many who have outed me. I say, look at your shoes. You're not talking to any other men, or I'm walking. Which do you think she's gonna leave me? I get jealous in the first hour of meeting her, let alone my wife. That is a satanic ritual. Who here would do that?
Yeah.
That's crazy. And the guys you said, those cucks who pay for your stuff, how would they look sitting next to me? You think they look like men? Give me a break.
They don't give a shit.
They don't care what they
They're
wear.
actually very secure in themselves that they would.
Ali, we want to hear from you. What do you think about this?
Ali, you're poly, right? That's what you were saying.
Yes.
What do you think about this?
Would you say there's like a difference between poly and like cuckolding?
I mean, what's the question?
Poly and cuckolding. Have you ever been in a poly situation where everyone's in the same room and there is like cuckolding? Then they enjoy it on purpose, or are we just all sharing? Like, what's going on here?
I mean, I've done like orgies.
Yeah. Is that? Do you have any opinion, like with what Adam and his situation? Adam 22.
Fun. I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm not paying attention.
See, my take on this is that you're only going to be cuckolded is if you have an exclusive relationship that's already there to so that you can be
I
doing
mean,
it.
people have fantasies, of course.
So there would
but-
have to. So there would. That's why I'm asking you, because like if it's open on your end and open on his end, it's not cuckolding, right? Because it's like you guys can
watch each other.
Let your freak flag fly. But this is where I think we're kind of going when we're talking about how men don't understand how to relate with other men or relate with other women. When you have there's 4 ways of looking at this. There's one is open on his end, closed on her end. That's the Andrew Tate thing. It was like, oh, it's open on my end, but all these bitches have to be on my team. They're on my harem. They'll go have sex with anybody else.
And they can't be on your
except for
payroll.
me.
They can't legally fuck you over. You can't work with those women.
So
If you're
that's
fucking 4 women, you can't pay
that's
them.
that's one format. Then there's like my wife and I. Okay, so closed on her end, closed on my end, closed on your end, closed on.
Beautiful. That's the best one right there. That's a real man. Let's go.
Traditional monogamy. Okay. Then there is open on, as we were just saying, open on their end, open on your end, open on her end.
That's polyamory.
And that's the Destiny model, apparently.
The cock.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just.
So those are 2 different things. So there's
So-
polyamory, and then in his situation, like he knows about it or sees it, then I think that would be a cuck.
And then
if
there
you don't
is-
see it, I don't know if that.
And then
makes you
there
a
is.
cuck.
This is the most common right now. There is open on her end and closed on his end. And the reason I say that is the reason why I say that is because, and it's the most
That's
popular right now.
polyandry.
Because what happens is when guys get into a quote unquote a monogamous relationship, if that woman is still on OnlyFans, if she is still on Instagram, if she's still advertising herself sexually on this sexual marketplace, it is her still participating in the sexual marketplace. But if that guy were to flirt with the waitress at the bar or whatever, that would be seen as cheating. Because there's this presumption that there's closed on her end, closed on his end, but she still has not deleted her, like willingly, voluntarily deleted her OnlyFans, deleted her Instagram, deleted any of that. So to limit the idea that she's still sexually available on the open marketplace. That's what's going on. That's what happens with, like, for instance, like Steph Curry and Aisha Curry, right? She still wants to be on the marketplace. We showed on this show not too long ago, we had the soccer players, right? Was it Messi and Ronaldo, and I forget who the other guy was. You look at their Instagram, on the players' Instagram, and remember, these are high caliber, like these are the guys that other men want to be, make a lot of money, women want to bang these guys. They're there with their model quality wives and girlfriends, and they're on vacation on this beach somewhere, Aruba, I don't know, wherever. You look at theirs, and it's them too on the thing. You look at their girlfriends and you look at their wives on their Instagram, same beach, same, like right there, and all they're doing is showing themselves like lounging in the sand, like in a bikini, presenting themselves as if they are still sexually available, especially when everybody on planet Earth knows that they're fucking the soccer players. So what I'm saying is that, so it's closed on his end, but it's still open on hers because she can advertise herself as being sexually available.
But I love that you said that's the most desirable man on earth, with paycheck, with status, with looks. Ronaldo.
Yeah. Cristiano, and
Cristiano Ronaldo, not Ronaldo.
And Messi too. And
Cristiano
Messi too.
Ronaldo, yeah.
And Messi.
All women on earth need to know. This is a billionaire, by the way. All women on earth need to hear this. He picked up a minimum wage bitch, the McDonald's worker at the Gucci store. That's who he fucking married.
At the Gucci store.
When women say, I make so much money, what you're really saying is all those Ronaldo types don't want you. Don't leave Starbucks for OnlyFans. Get my Frappuccino and you'll get a Ronaldo.
Let me say something real quick. So there's some guys like literally spurging out right now saying that we need to read Blaze super chat. Guys, I got news for you. There's no super chat here. So I've read every single super chat there is. We don't know who Blaze is.
Yeah, cut
so
the fuck out.
so whoever's on here, we didn't get a Blaze super chat. So you've obviously made some kind of error. We're gonna have the mods, stop, put you all on timeout. So here's what you need to do.
Or I'll do it myself.
Whoever this dude Blaze is, who needs to masturbate on my fucking chat, you need to start over. Do a $1 super chat. I'll fucking read whatever whatever you want. But this is like you guys are getting a little bit ridiculous here. Cool, sounds good, awesome. So show me you can take action. Show me that you're not a bitch and that you can actually take some action. Got it? Cool. Do we have any?
Blaze. You just set him on fire.
Who's Blaze? I don't
Blaze
know.
is on fire. He's in a blaze right now. You attacked him.
No, I'm not trying to attack. I'm not trying to attack Blaze. I'm just
Blaze,
saying, like,
come back to us.
Yeah, like bro, you didn't actually send a super chat.
Yeah.
So like,
You didn't press enter. Here's that attention you wanted.
Yeah, there you go, bro. There we go.
Free airtime.
We got 4 more super chats for Rolo.
Okay, Rolo, do it.
We got Zerka. Are you going to join Yay 24 campaign, or is Sneeko still cucking around after you blessed him?
I don't want to leak anything, but I'm in the talks for some big.
There we go.
And I don't want to. I'm not going to do that.
Do you see a message on mine from someone named Blaze?
Negative.
Okay, so whoever is saying this thing from Blaze, you're just lying.
Is it on? Is it on the?
Have a nice day, dude.
Is it on the main?
George might have one.
Is it on? Is it on?
George, you have one, George?
Yeah. Okay.
Here we go.
Okay, I think I found it. All right, Blaze
might be on the main.
$50 super chat here. Zerka, girl to your left was talking mad shit about you while you were gone. And
I don't
girl
care
adjacent
about
to you
women's
was
opinions. I don't care.
Oh my
saying she was
God.
scared, feeling
Blaze is
unsafe
a
you were there.
bitch. Blaze is a bitch.
Time out.
Right.
One more time.
Well,
George, read it again. He
instigator.
just read it for $50 super chat. I'm not going to sit here and let these fucking dudes disrespect my chat. Go ahead.
Here we go. And the girl sitting adjacent to you was saying she was scared, felt unsafe while you were there. LOL.
I did not
How
say
about
scared.
you guys tell him what you said while he was gone? Bunch of snakes.
Oh.
That was the chat.
Oh.
It's literally
I'll say
live
it to
on
his
air,
face.
my
You
darling.
make
You
me
can
feel
literally
unsafe.
rewatch this.
You can rewatch the
I'm
video.
so sorry that you want to like gossip with your little
Scrub it
knitting
back.
circle
Yeah.
with your fucking dick in your hands, Blaze,
No, I
crying
didn't
about
cry.
getting
You
shout outs.
Blaze, don't tell on me some more.
So she said that she wasn't comfortable, and I said that
I
you
did
should
not say
take his
uncomfortable. I
class
said
when
you
you were in the
make me feel
bathroom.
unsafe.
Good, done. Anyway,
Who
let's
are
go.
you? Was she here the whole time?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Anyway, moving
She
on.
just sat down.
We told
We
her.
got a
Moving on.
$9.99 super chat.
Call the
from
police.
Sonic Dillinger said also educate these females. Yayo boosts the IQ. Christ is king.
Yeah, oh no. That's cocaine.
And then Cuck 22 versus Sonic boxing match 2023. Winner takes Lena.
Lena the
And
plug.
then W for Zerka.
All right, so
By the way, guys, I feel super safe. I
So I
want to
wanna-
come back again and again.
I will say
love
this
it.
though,
Go ahead, go
like
ahead.
genuinely, like I don't think I would ever feel proud if I made any woman feel unsafe in the same room I was in.
That is the gayest shit I've ever heard.
So
you're
you
trying
want-
to.
you
You're
want
trying
women
to.
to-
This is a white knight. Save her, white knight, and she's still horny for me. You'll never win. There's white knight women.
Why did you bother apologizing to her? If that's
I
what
didn't
you
apologize
You
to her. I
did. You said
apologized
I'm
to-
sorry. You
No,
literally said I'm sorry.
you
Play
did.
the fucking tape back.
You are
You
so
literally said.
No.
You're so fucking high.
Are you
don't
kidding?
remember.
I apologized to her?
Yes.
The ghost? I didn't even see her.
You're disgusting.
Why is degrading her? Because
I
why
apologize to
can't
her.
you just take ownership
Because she
for
has a
once and just
husband.
say, "Oh my God, wasn't my intention to make you feel."
No, it
unsafe."
was my intention.
Would you understand
Good,
that
I'm so
it's
glad.
I had a
attractive
whole
for a
line
male
of
to be a
stuff to talk
protector?
about, but go
No,
ahead.
Stop. Adam Lyons, go ahead. Say what you're saying.
Would you agree that one of the key components of a male to be attractive and masculine is a protector?
Yes.
Are you acting like a protector when women around you feel unsafe?
These are not women.
I mean,
These women are attacking me. I don't want to date them.
So
What the
because a woman
fuck?
attacks you, all of a sudden she's not a woman, so the world revolves around you.
I
so
wanna be
everyone
around
has
my
to go
women.
fucking
We wanted
narrative,
to
or they're
date
not
you.
existing.
I'm
They don't
sorry.
exist.
I don't
You're
want these
even
women.
a
I'm sorry.
fucking
I don't want these
candidate.
We don't want you either. That's not the question.
Hey, guys, time out. So there's a couple things going on here. Well, I understand. Like he is playing a role to a certain extent. You doing this
Wait,
is
what's a
only.
role?
Time out. You doing this is only like. If this is what you want, is only going to make this go viral. Okay, I'm just letting you know. So if you want to keep doing this, that's fine because he is very comfortable being the Iron Sheik.
No, but
it's not.
wait, no. Look, I can make it informative.
Yeah.
Hold on. Do you act the same around the woman you do want to impress versus just some woman you don't?
Oh, yeah,
really
I have the same 100% everywhere I go.
100%. He's real.
But
He's
one
not
of them
in
you
false
pick up her
fucking
number,
image.
and the other one you ignore her. You hear what I'm saying?
But
No,
you're
that's
picking
not-
up
This is the
women.
one I ignore because I have my own women.
That's not how I
I'm not
treat
trying to
it.
make her feel safe.
You're
I'm trying to
picking
go
women
viral.
up
Let's
based
go.
upon games and manipulation, not on actual game and respect and something
And you
that
know
a
what's
woman
crazy?
can
I
look
was
up
nice to her.
When
She's like,
children
oh, I
act
feel
out,
unsafe.
You're so
didn't
butthurt. You're so butthurt. You can't just accept and say, I'm sorry you feel that way. Move
I
on. You're
swear
still
to
going
God,
on it. She's living rent free in your head right now.
I'm not trying to look cool. I swear to God, when she said I feel unsafe, I didn't
inquire?
care.
You didn't say
I didn't
why.
yell at
You
her.
didn't give a
Did
fuck.
I yell at her?
No, you just don't care.
I was surprised.
You
All I
just
said
don't
was,
care.
has she been sitting here the whole time? That's all I asked. Maybe it's the cocaine, but I thought she just sat down. Was it someone else?
Well, I think
maybe I'm high, but you're not
so
that memorable.
self-involved. You don't even know who's around you. That's the problem.
No, I remember
You're
this
not
one. She got nice
self-aware.
eyes.
But I think that's a key point. If you can't notice people that are in the room, how are you going to be an effective protector? You've got no idea who's in the room. You're not paying
How are you
attention to
going
what's
to
going
teach
on around
game
you.
when you don't know who's in
Where's
the
my
room?
wife?
How do you teach game when there's no one in the room?
Wait. Who am I protecting?
Where is your girl?
Where's my girlfriend? Am I protecting her right now?
No, that's the whole point. But a protector is someone who protects all the
No,
time.
you're actually
I don't feel
disrespecting her, talking
threatened.
about how she
So wait a
sucks your
minute,
fucking
you said
dick
you
every
don't
night
protect
looking
all
up to
women?
you.
Agreed. You said a moment ago you felt attacked. Now you don't feel threatened, which is true.
I genuinely was making a joke. If you rewatch it, I go, ladies, you're hurting my feelings. It's a joke. Like, whatever you women say,
No, you actually said you're all attacking me.
Correct.
We should play
That is
every
exactly
clip back.
what
You
you
don't
said.
even know what
You
you're
said
doing.
all you
That's
women
the
said.
craziest part.
Or
You
who's
don't
in the
even
room.
know what you're doing.
It's literally called sarcasm. Bring a lie detector. Does anyone think I'm butthurt? I love you,
And
women.
we don't care
You're going
whether
to
you're
Christ.
butthurt or not. We don't even care. That's not the point.
So okay, let's.
I think she's more invested. Let's hear her out.
I would like to change the subject just a little bit.
No,
You don't want to change the subject?
No.
Okay.
I want to know why you're the most invested. Let's hear from her, and then you, and then everyone calm down.
Do you have anything you want to say,
I'm
Tyler?
invested because one, you say you're a Christian man. Again, going back to your points, completely disrespecting someone that's vocalized that you've made them feel uncomfortable and you don't even acknowledge it, inquire about it, or care. You just make fun because that's all you know because you're immature and you deflect because that's all you know. You don't know how to be a bigger man and evolve and grow and actually be a fucking gentleman. You could still be a dick and be cocky and have this fucking peacocking shit that you know, but you don't have to be an actual bad person to somebody. You made her uncomfortable and now you're making jokes about it instead of genuinely caring about another person's human feelings.
You got to remember,
It's crazy.
As a Christian, my yes.
Here we go.
My yes. When I'm not doing coke, my yes means yes. My no means no. I can only give you the truth. You said you like truth earlier, and the truth is, she feels unsafe, and I don't give a fuck. That's the truth.
I got a question for the ladies. Can you tell when a dude is like full of shit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you do you have like some sixth sense?
I know that he cries at night a lot.
Oh, this dude is 100% full of shit. This is all facade. Nobody acts like this normally.
Minus the attacks, though. What I'm saying is, like, when a guy is talking to you, like, can you tell if the dude is full of shit, that he has game, that he's
Running game on you.
that he's genuine?
Yeah.
What is it about the cues? Tell me what cues you in to whether this guy's for real or he's not for real.
Body language. I mean, this guy has had his sunglasses on the whole
No, it doesn't
time.
have to. It doesn't necessarily have to be Zerka. I mean, like,
Right.
guys in
Oh
general.
yeah, I mean
Yeah.
body language.
Let me do this.
Their
Do I look like Obama?
pronunciation with their words, if they're stuttering. Just
consistency.
Too over, like
Don't
their
forget
everything
dashing.
is so perfect with them. There's not.
No, I'm not
Nothing
perfect. I'm the
bad.
closest thing. I'm not perfect.
Not talking about
Only
you.
Christ is perfect.
Ali, did you have anything you want to say?
Can you tell when a guy is like?
Yeah.
I'm in fight or flight, so I don't have critical thinking right now.
Uh-oh. We need the police. Stat.
Or you could just be a decent human.
Bro, I'm not going to live this fake life.
I mean, there's
Okay?
a lot of theatrics going on at the moment in terms of fake life going on, which I know is probably good for whatever it is that you are selling, but right now it's not really coming across to women liking it.
So listen, I do.
Am I here to win over the girl? Is it like a
Okay.
show I have to win them over? You should have told me that
No,
part.
not at
I should
all.
have
We're
came in
just
giving
having a
fuck.
dialogue.
I
We're
would-
literally just here having a dialogue.
Yeah,
I gotta propose.
And I would
It's a debate.
really like to change the dialogue. So let's try
Yeah.
something else. You said something that I thought was interesting on Bradley's podcast, and it's something I've actually tried before, and that is you brought up the fact that you're a comedian, but not.
Oh, don't do that to me.
No, no.
Everything I said I meant in this statement. Come on.
No, I
dude, don't
agree.
do that.
No, I agree. I agree that you
Let
meant
him
it.
finish.
I agree with you meant it. What I'm saying is, there's a protection that comedians get on social media because remember you said about being on YouTube. You said, "Oh yeah, I can grow as much as I want. I'm a comedian." Do you remember just saying this on Bradley's podcast?
Yeah, but I'm telling you right now.
No, I agree with you.
Cannot label me as a comedian.
I'm not
He's not. Let him finish so you know what he's trying to say.
I'm not labeling you as a comedian, but I do think it's actually at this point it might be an effective strategy to say whatever you want to say and then label yourself as a comedian. And I did this for a while. I actually changed it instead of being a coach to comedian.
Oh, yeah, I remember
to
that.
keep. You remember that?
It's a political strategy.
That's what I'm saying. So do you feel that is a viable strategy to do that?
For
like
a
the
lot
algorithm?
of my politics, yes, but I'm not doing politics right now. I'm doing dating.
Yeah.
So I don't need to.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying in general. Like I thought it was an interesting strategy.
No,
that
that
you had.
strategy is to not get banned. It's not to spare.
It's exactly what I'm saying. And the thing is, what I'm telling you, because you talked before about dating coming back, but you do remember what happened when you had a conversation with RSD Tyler, with Owen Cook, about what happened with Alex Jones getting banned, and you told them that they had to change their whole platform too. And if it were satirical, the algorithm would not have taken it as seriously and not come and taken all their stuff off the ground. Do you agree with it? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely correct. I mean, I was the guy that they contacted with Julian when Julian had the issues and was getting deplatformed. I was behind the scenes. I wasn't in the Alex Jones camp, but one of my buddies was working with him, so I knew that was coming in advance. And so
Is that Sandy Hook?
No. And so
Alex Jones got banned for Sandy Hook.
Yeah, he did. I mean, that was essentially that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
That was the straw that broke. Exactly. Alex Jones was. There was lots of controversy. I mean, he was getting people were going and screaming at him in diners when he was going sit down and eat. Like he was going to get deplatformed for a while. They knew it was coming. And what I said to Tyler Owen was that if Alex Jones goes down, he's the canary in the coal mine. And I was like, everybody's going to come after us. After Alex Jones went, something like 300 or 400 dating YouTube channels went down. My dating YouTube channel went down. And I had one of the original ones from 2006. And it was just like an absolute notification from YouTube.
Yeah.
Your channel's gone the end.
And I feel like Vitali was an example of someone who was doing stuff that was just satirical, but it was still.
Is that the guy who beat up a woman?
I don't know. Did Vitali?
He beat the shit out of a woman, didn't he?
I don't know.
He was like on shrooms and psychosis. The Russian.
Yeah, the Russian guy.
He beat up a woman. That guy's a psychopath.
I didn't know anything about that.
That guy's a degenerate psychopath. He was on shrooms and he attacked someone's mom jogging.
Is that what happened? I didn't know about this.
Brutally.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know the data. All I know is that Vitali was always pushing the envelope. I mean, he was like the leader on YouTube for the prank.
Well, I mean, I talked to the YouTube higher-ups. My angel investors got me in touch with them.
Yeah.
And so I know what's safe and what's not. But you're trying to say this.
Hey, we lost the audio for him again. Can you make sure you plug this in? This is plugged in real quick. One more time. You said you talked to the YouTube higher-ups?
I'm just saying that's why I don't feel the way you guys feel on this topic. Like, you guys think it's a bigger deal, right?
No. What I'm saying is, like you mentioned before, like it does seem to be kind of a halo. If they think you're being satirical, you can get away with a lot more than if you start like if you're political and you say right-wing stuff, you get banned. If you're satirical and you say right-wing stuff, they're saying, "Oh, well, I'm a comedian," and it seems to be this halo that protects you.
Dave Chappelle halo, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right. And because when we first came in here, you mentioned something to the effect of like, "Hey, I want to make money," right? And there's a limit to what you can say. Yeah.
I said we're getting views today.
Right, that's fine. But I'm saying is like at some point
I didn't say money.
There is a limit to how far you can grow if you say things that the algorithm doesn't like.
You don't want to pigeonhole yourself.
Yeah, but again, you guys got to remember, either way I win. If I'm on Rumble,
Well, they'll go into that. So Rumble.
But I don't want to be on Rumble. But if I ever go, we're talking about me getting banned?
Yes.
If I got banned, I still win. I have a whole plan for that.
Yeah.
Like Sneeko, except he didn't have a plan. But I see what you're saying.
But like Rumble is not going to ban you. Rumble has very different terms of service.
No, the difference is if I go to Rumble, I make $10 million. If I stay on YouTube, I can make $50 million less than a decade if there's no oopsie daisies. But I've been in the most left-leaning website, Twitch, and I know how to navigate that for years.
Yes.
And I got rich there. And a left-leaning website, to think I'm that funny.
Yeah.
And every single girl, it was like maybe 500 girls plus I met, collaborated. All said I'm a great guy. That's the same thing I do on YouTube. Now she kind of looks, not to attack her, she would look crazy because there's 500 girls that are going to be like, you can't digest Zerka? There's left-leaning, liberal women, sensitive women all around me. All the clips, everything is on YouTube. So anytime a girl does that overreaction, she's actually just inviting. That's why I was leaning back. I didn't want people to attack her and say, oh, she's stupid. So I was like, oh, let it die. But she keeps pressing the issue. But if you guys are worried about I'll get in trouble for this.
No. We're not. It's not worried about that.
No,
I'm just talking about an overall
or the
strategy.
style. The style. Yeah.
Well,
Your approach.
No. But the thing is, it's an overall strategy because I don't know if you're aware, but like just regular PUAs who had nothing to say politically were getting banned on YouTube.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
I mean, you're also saying like anything can happen, and we can't live like that.
Right.
Question for Adam. Adam, do you think all guys need to be protecting women?
I think that males are more attractive as their protectors, and I don't just think that we know.
But do you think it's their duty to protect women? Because you kind of came at him like, you know, you should be like what? Basically saying you're not a man.
Babysitter.
I never said he should.
No,
be
but that's
anything,
what you're implying. Like,
No, what am I
why
implying?
you should be worried about like her feeling uncomfortable, whatever.
What I'm implying is that typically in society, the male's role, especially the masculine male role, is the protector. That's why we see people that go to, veterans, right? People that go to war. They are the protectors. They are the absolute.
That's why
people
we
that do
talked
that.
about the lions, and he
So
literally said a male lion can take
Can I ask something? Should I be protective of Ghislaine Maxwell? That's a woman. I don't know this woman for shit. Why do I have to protect her? What the fuck are you talking about?
Why are you suggesting she's like Ghislaine Maxwell?
Well, how do I know? How do I know she's not a horrible person?
Well, if she isn't, are you going to judge everyone as horrible?
I'm not protecting strangers. You do that?
I would absolutely be okay.
If you saw Vitaly,
bite the bullet.
bullet.
Say you'd protect Ghislaine Maxwell right now.
Why would I do that? That's not correct.
Let me ask you this.
Why would
let me
I
ask you
go
this.
into your
You
false
can get to
narrative?
know her.
Hold on,
Maybe
hold on.
they're lying
Hold
about
on.
her.
Let me ask you. You're saying this because you know who Ghislaine Maxwell is.
No. But
if you did not know who she was,
by his
all this happened, would you then have
by the more simpy approach, his mindset would go to the media's lying about you. The media's lying about you. Let me get to know you. That's a dangerous place.
Stop. Take politics out of it. Take Christianity out of it. Take everything else. Take all the emotion. Take everything off the table. If you didn't know who she was, and you saw this woman, Ghislaine Maxwell, you don't know who she is. You have no preconcept
you know
of
her.
anything. I know. I understand. I'm just
hypothetically.
saying, before all this happened, and you see her, she's getting beat up on the street. Do you protect Ghislaine?
Yes, I do. But remember, is she getting? This is how you guys are dumb. Is she getting beat up? Is she getting beat up?
No, I'm not saying she's getting
beat up. So give me a fucking. How do you feel like you want that? Are you
Pointing your
crazy?
finger at her and shouting.
And you're literally calling all of us
Is she
dumb.
getting beat up?
It's crazy.
Is she getting beat up?
Point your finger at somebody and shout.
What a weird example. A woman getting
Not
beat
a weird
up.
example. Women every fucking day are on the streets, need help with something. They got their purse stolen, their fucking car won't start. Anything.
Just
Do I
Would
fight
you
the
not
ghost
help
that's beating
the
her up?
woman?
There is no ghost.
There's no ghost. What kind of crazy shit are you saying
How are
right
you
now?
not getting what I'm saying? I'm saying he wants me to protect her when she's on a
In general,
podcast.
you know what's wrong, you know what's right. Like you said, the
I'm not
Bible. You know wrong from right.
Allie, what do you
feel
want
what's
to
right
say?
and what's wrong.
Allie, go ahead.
I do believe that men should step in when a woman needs help, right? Is screaming for help or something of that sort. But honestly, you also don't want to get involved with things. A lot of the women out here are really shady. You don't know if this bitch just stole this man's Rolex and he's shaking her down to get it
But
back.
hold on.
Or what's going on behind the scenes. You don't want to get involved in anyone else's messes.
I've dealt with very mean women like that at nightclubs for 5 years, and I'm telling you, instinctively,
Mean like
he
what?
wouldn't jump in to save her.
like what?
I would. That's
You're
my
wrong.
job.
Bro, you're
that's
wrong.
literally my job.
Bro, you're wrong. You're not the only one that's worked in nightclubs as a
Would you be
bouncer.
faster than me?
Absolutely, I'd be
Give me a
faster.
break, bro.
Dude,
Hold on, wait, I got another. Okay, here's.
And you know what's funny? And you know what's funny about me?
Another one.
Even though she's mean to me, I'd still protect her today. If
Here's
so.
Who is mean to you? Who is mean
I'm a
to
Christian.
you?
Take that off the table. Take that off the table.
I think
Who are you talking about?
Let me ask you this.
She's mean
Let me
because she
ask you
feels
this.
uncomfortable?
Let me give you this. The hypothetical that you will hear. You will hear this. You will hear this from Tate. You will hear this from Myron. You will hear this from. What is the scenario that we always say? Who is going to go downstairs with a baseball bat or the shotgun? Whose job is it to go and do that?
It's our job.
Whose job is it supposed to be? If we're going to talk about traditional Christian gender roles, right? If we're going to talk about those, or we can even just say they're evolutionary dimorphic.
I don't really get what he's saying.
Okay, but whose job is it to go downstairs and beat up the attacker?
The man.
I can explain it to you if you need.
But the way you guys are bringing this, and it's kind of like going to humiliate you guys if you keep pressing it. You're saying you hear a scream down the road and you go investigate some woman's house.
No,
that
is not what we're saying.
She's
We're
literally
saying
a stranger.
in front of your face. You see someone that needs fucking help. Are you going to help them?
It's comparing apples to oranges.
No, it's not.
Why would you bring a scenario of a woman being attacked to her chilling on a
She feels fucking threatened right now. She
She's
doesn't like your
delusional.
aura
She's
and your
literally delusional.
predatorial fucking
But is it-
misogynistic
How come the other
nature.
women don't feel like calling the dogs?
But here, check this out.
Right.
This might go back to Adam. Is it a man's responsibility to protect a woman that isn't his? Why should a guy jump in front of a gun and protect a woman that's not his?
But Glenn, there's nothing wrong if he wants to.
No, it's not.
Right.
But you're saying,
anything,
you
it's
said
honorable.
a guy has to protect.
I didn't say he has to do it.
Actually, fuck it. Let's change it. Let me change it so we can wrap it up.
Totally.
I don't want to protect women. There you go.
Okay. That's a decision you've made.
We're looping.
All right, hey, we got to wrap anyway.
Yeah.
You want to get the rest?
Yeah, we'll get the rest of the chats right here. We got $5. John, you always get in arguments with cat ladies.
Jesus.
We got a $10 super chat. This podcast. This grown woman wearing cat ears is triggered by words on a podcast.
She's
nice
a
of
DJ,
you to
assholes.
leave
That's her
Zerka
fucking
out and
gimmick.
dry.
That's what she does for
Remember,
So
I
stupid.
stand
I love her cat ears. Her cat ears are awesome.
You know what?
And I rescue cats.
You know
so I love
what?
cat ears.
I
You know what
wore
I have
those
to say-
cat ears last week.
You know why I have to say something? Because my community will clip it. I went on a 2-hour rant about saying the hardest thing a woman can be is that cat costume on Halloween. She got to wear it every night.
Yeah.
So I have to defend the cat ears for once.
Yes.
All right, we got
this guy.
Z in the chat, but also the girls the girls in there are baddies. Recruit them. Also a host with W for the host, W for the guests.
It's a great episode, yeah.
And then we got they're just mad because they can't get with Zerka.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, that's it, guys.
That's
You
not true.
really
That's not
hit the
true.
nail on the
I got one.
There you
I got
go.
one. Zerka,
Good.
can you name 3 countries?
Yeah, go.
Okay. You want?
Go.
All right, let's do it. France, Italy, Germany.
There you go. Got it.
My favorite is Germany. Oh my God, you're a
Why am I
Nazi
not
too. What the
surprised?
shit?
Oh, God.
I'm not. I'm actually Jewish, so.
Oh, I'm actually leaving. I'm kidding.
You know,
I'm
Jesus
Albanian.
was Jewish, my love, right?
Sure.
Canceled.
Okay.
We're joking. It's
and the
comedy.
Torah
We're doing
came
comedy.
before the Bible, just so you know. Anyway.
And then
Okay.
they
Continue.
rejected Christ.
Listen, well, I want to say this real quick. I understand
fire
we have difference of opinions. I'm always for the side that wants more debate. This is the reason why I actually like Destiny, because he's willing to debate people. Even if he doesn't agree with me, I'm going to do that. Now, I understand it makes some people feel uncomfortable, and I've delved into situations, and Rolo and I have delved into situations where some of our fans hate the shit that we're doing, and some of the people who don't like us hate us even more. But the reality of the situation is I swore an oath to serve and protect the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies and foreign and domestic, and all those amendments. And the First Amendment says that there is a right to expression and a right to assembly. So I am going to support anybody's right to express themselves. And if Benito fucking Mussolini was alive, I would interview him tomorrow. Okay?
Whoa, that is. You can say that.
Listen, I don't agree. I don't agree with Benito Mussolini, but I would.
Sharing of opinions is a healthy
For sure.
thing.
I love
It's very
that you
healthy and diplomatic.
You
to
just
share
stole my
ideas.
whole audience at that one.
Yeah,
Holy
seriously,
shit.
there's no because that's the thing. Like the problem is this, right? If we can't have open discourse, like I'll tell you what, the whole situation with that doctor, I forgot what his name is, Zotez, whatever, the guy who would not debate Joe Rogan about the vaccine thing.
Yeah.
Regardless of where you sit on that platform, the fact that you are an academician and you're refused to have a debate about this, that is the problem. And essentially, that is the problem. And so. From my standpoint, you need to have an open discourse, and that actually. So now what happens is we are fighting our battles on a podcast. It's fine across the street, a table from each other, and then we go have a drink. We don't stab each other. We don't key each other's cars. We don't blow
We do
each other's
key
shit up.
bumps.
Huh? We do
Key
key
bumps.
bumps. There we
Key
go.
bumps,
Key
right.
bumps, not key cars. And so because of that, that's the reason why in the United States of America we can transition from one government to another without violence, like in other places they can't. And so that's the good part and the bad part of democracy, or the good part of a republic represented.
The only
democracy
way
we have.
to test the strength of an idea is in the crucible of open debate.
Correct. So we are always going to allow open debate, even with people that we don't necessarily agree with, or people that we do agree with. And I don't hate any of them, no matter what they say. They could say Colombians from Texas are all worthless pieces of shit. I'm not going to hate you, but I am still gonna. I'm still going to give you a
Exactly.
give you a fucking a stance to.
All right. So with that said, should we go around and do final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Do you have any final thoughts, Delmo? You want to subscribe to Zerko's stuff?
Absolutely not.
No, you don't want to.
I'm an acquired taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, is the JRE thing real? Are you going to go on
Joe Rogan?
I am a liar on Twitter.
Okay.
I needed the engagement.
Okay.
God damn it!
Go keep liking that.
No, there we go. Hey,
No,
can
but
we-
you wanna hear
fucking got me on that.
But
You
hold on,
got
you want to
me
hear
on
something
that.
interesting?
Yeah.
The last time I did that, I got 2,000 likes. It put me on 4 of the biggest YouTube podcasts. That's how dumb YouTubers are.
You are correct.
They keep platforming
You are
me,
correct,
and I
sir.
keep tomorrow. I interview Trump.
Yeah. You guys hear tomorrow. You heard it first. Tomorrow he interviews Trump.
Yeah, so I'm not trying to fool my audience, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to fool the guys that I want to get on the podcast with.
You know how I found that out? Because I had so many people in my DMs are going, how's this motherfucker getting on Joe
You
Rogan
knew
and
it's
you're
fake.
not? And I was like,
Rollo, you knew it's fake.
I don't know if that. Well, I had doubts. That's why.
Guys,
I
rule
asked
number
you.
4: social media is fake, and I'm okay with that
Rollo,
because the money's real.
Rollo, they also say that Joe Rogan's afraid of red pill dating topics.
I'm sure he is.
I think you're the only guy that could actually keep him safe.
The guys who were DMing me, they're saying, "How come you're not on Joe Rogan?" I said, "I'm never going to get on there." I said, "The only chance I had to get on Joe Rogan was after Hotep Jesus went on there because he dropped my name like 3 or 4 times on there. It didn't happen. I'm like, okay, I'm out."
No, if the topic is dating, Joe, don't take me, take Rollo. I'm going to nuke your channel.
And you guys can stop sending me these DMs now. I will probably never get on Joe Rogan, and goddamn knows I'm never going to get on.
No, I think you have a chance.
You know
You're
what?
on
That ship has sailed. I'm good with that.
Weren't
I'd
you on
rather be
Dr. Phil?
here having this conversation with you guys than going on Joe Rogan or Tim Pool.
You were on Dr. Phil.
I was.
So you can do Joe.
Oh yeah.
You are the only one on the red pill who can actually transition.
But see, I don't ask to get on Joe. Joe asks you to come on his show.
No, demand right now.
Yeah. All right. Let's get
Beautiful. Domo, anything else?
No.
Follow her on OnlyFans.
Yeah, you can follow me at Domo Monster 7 on IG.
Hey, Domo, tell me how many new OF subscribers you have in the next 24 hours.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Eve.
Yeah, I would say that Zerker, I know you entertaining and funny, but karma will catch up. You can't go trailblazing by hurting other people through life, you know. So although ride your wave, have fun, but
I'm not a hippie. I gotta hurt people. I gotta hurt feelings.
I've seen lots of rise and falls of guys like you. So best of luck to you.
All right. Hold. When we come around, go ahead.
Yeah, I think this is awesome. I mean, you guys make a really good podcast. I'm definitely an amazingly entertaining guest. So, it's great there. If anybody's been watching this and they are interested in what we do, you can go to askthedatingcoach.com/gift. We give away a whole bunch of freebies because we think that's important. My favorite is the 52 signs that a woman gives that she's interested in you. Worth learning.
Man, 52 signs,
Wow.
bro. I'm going to memorize all those motherfuckers. All right. Allie, do you have anything?
Cat.
Yeah, if you want to fuck teenagers, follow him. If you want to,
Let it go. Keep going.
if you want an actual successful relationship, follow him.
Awesome. Hey, Allie, what kind of music? What you play open format, right? Where do you play? Where can
Where
we
are you
find
going to be at next?
I'm not taking gigs right now.
Oh, you're not?
Oh,
Okay.
really?
All right. Nice. And then we got
I'm working on music.
nice, beautiful. The other Allie.
Allie.
Hi, you can follow me at Spicy Holly Ma on Instagram. I do not have an OnlyFans. I do believe this guy is a walking douchebag. And I'm honest to say it, but it's okay.
I know you're turned on.
Yeah,
And you can
not really.
follow me. Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah, go ahead.
Your turn. Go on.
Okay, we're launching thezerkoofficial.com tonight. Well, today we already did, but if you want to follow me, meet me at the playground. The teen girls. I like 18, 19.
Yeah.
Oh, I got her ass. Look at that. Get the camera on her.
Gross.
Teen on her birthday. Let's go. I love you guys. Oi! And Christ is King. Let's not forget it.
Okay, there we go.
Hi guys. If you want to follow all my music and everything I'm working on, my Instagram is at HellGirlOfficial. I just wanted to say
She's
just in
really good,
general-
by the way. I just started watching your music.
Thank
videos.
you so much. I just wanted to say to everybody out there listening, honestly, take whatever you're going to take from this. But at the end of the day, I think the biggest key is just self-improvement and working on yourself. I think is most important out of anything to further your relationships, whether that be friendships or close relationships in your life. And I would hope that one day this youngin' over here can evolve, and I think he has potential to do something, and I think he would do really well in some therapy and some self-improvement, working on himself as well, so that hopefully he can be more effective for his audience.
So he can hurt the therapist? Like, what are you talking about?
I want
to traumatize the therapist.
No, this is a. I actually think that's a great one, but like, I could see a therapist. A lot of people tell me this, but like, what do they have to learn? Jesus Christ. I got people watching me right now.
Go. All right, hold on, Coco. Go.
So, my pastor always said that the strongest prayer that you could say is help. So, Lord, help.
I say it enough.
And may peace be with him. That's all I got to
Nice.
say.
Amen.
Con Dios.
One more thing. So John and I are going to do a debate on Monday. And John, honestly, like, there's much more things I want to talk about besides flat Earth. So
Actually, I want flat Earth to be the smallest one because I think that's the one you'll lose the fastest in. It's not really your area, but
you do understand I studied astrophysics in college. Like you have no idea what's about.
The Earth is flat.
Yes, I do.
Are you surprised?
Adam, stick around.
You gotta
till
watch
Monday.
this one.
John.
Do you guys know who Destiny is?
Yeah.
You know who Destiny is?
Sure.
No. Check this out. I'll give you $10,000 if you can beat me in a flat Earth debate. I'll get 0 in return.
How do you
Free
win,
10,000.
though? Like, what
Actually,
is
you know
the
what?
determining factor of win to loss?
John.
Whoa, hold on. That's 20 minutes.
John,
for 20 minutes of your time, you can have 10,000 transferred right now.
I'm gonna
and
go,
you don't have to win. Just let me have the. No,
John,
don't
I'm
say
going to do you one better.
You're going to pay me 10 grand to listen to you for 20 minutes.
No. You can debate.
So I get to debate you for 20 minutes.
Yes.
And I can make 10 grand if I can last 20 minutes of listening to you.
Just win the debate.
How do you win? What is the determining factor of win to loss?
Listen.
Who's the judge?
Who is the
Destiny's
judge?
a chat that hates me. So he's the first person I debated. And Mark,
to be fair, he did win.
You watched it?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, dude. Oh, I'm in trouble. You actually studied?
Listen, Matt.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
I have a degree in astrophysics. Like you're.
But hold on.
You're in a lot of trouble.
But hold on.
But I still
Who's
like
the last guy I beat?
I forgot the guy's name. The blonde
engineer who works at NASA.
I remember. Yeah.
No, engineer who worked at NASA. So you got to be better than someone who's.
So here's the thing.
And a telemetry guy.
One of the things. So the difference between those guys is I'm actually friends with a lot of flat earthers, and so I had them look at your arguments. So they don't.
Not a disc in space.
Yeah.
Not that one.
Okay. No. It's not
We're
those guys.
talking about the real one.
I'm not here to debate you. I'm here to teach you, bro. Like it's not. It's not what you think is going to happen.
Check it out.
I do this for a living.
No, I love.
Did you grow up in Albania?
No. I'm a refugee here from a war zone. Very traumatized.
Kosovo, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now check it out. You guys saved me. Actually, you saved my life.
Yeah.
Right. But check this out. When you said I want to do other topics with you, I never do this. I swear we could do a 3-hour one.
Okay.
We could do a 3 because you and I, the way we did this energy.
Yeah.
Us three, we could go all day.
Yeah.
And then we could have enough fucking clips to get, I don't have to keep flying back,
I love it. Well, you're going to want to fly back.
You're going to want
to fly back after tonight.
Let me see if I can seed this debate a little bit more. You're going to want to watch the very end of this debate because I got something very special lined up for you at the end of this debate. I'm not going to give it away because I don't want to give it away. No, but people are going to put their money where their mouths are. So at the end of that debate, you're going to want to watch the very end of it. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I have to be here, right?
Yeah, you're gonna be here on Monday.
Yes.
Okay. So 4 o'clock on Monday, we're gonna pre-record it just so you can say whatever you want.
Pacific time.
We'll do exactly what you did.
Oh,
with
I can
Bradley.
tone it down. We don't have to.
We can. How about this? You can go live. I'm gonna have to pre-record it for my channel.
I don't want to go live.
Okay.
It's all you.
Okay.
Take it.
All right. Perfect. Got it. Is anybody else? We got good. Okay. A couple more things I want to go over real quick. Number one, on the 25th, he and I are going to be going on whatever podcast. On the 26th, I am hosting the Los Angeles preliminary for Swimsuit USA's World Championship. The finals are going to be at the end of October. Are you competing?
I'm going to enter. Yeah.
Okay, you're going to compete. Okay. On the 27th is going to be Babes in Toyland Support Our Troops. We're going to try to raise a couple $100,000 for troops overseas.
And after that?
Yeah. And then on the 28th is going to be the second round of the biggest bikini competition in the world, which is the Girls of Summer Bikini Competition at Wet Republic. You guys are all welcome to come to that. I'm not going to be going on Saucecast. That got canceled. So we're going to be doing something else. So I want to let you guys know you're all invited to any one of those things. Okay. Also, October 15th, we're doing Babes in Toyland for breast cancer awareness in Los Angeles. It's going to be a ton of influencers. You guys are all welcome to join. And for those of you who are watching, there's no excuse. All of you, please join my school server because everything I just mentioned is going to be there, plus the book list, plus the Instagram testimonials, plus the schedule for every single thing I do. Please check me out. Write me on Instagram, and I'll put you on school.
And next week, we are here again. We're doing it every Thursday, except for the last one in July. So who do we have lined up, Glenn, for next week?
Next
do we have Mike Rashid?
We got to talk to Mike Rashid if he's going to be able to make it.
On the 20th, we have... On the 20th, we have Sharp from No Jumper coming in.
And we also have Sergio from Purple Pill Podcast.
Yeah, Purple Pill Podcast is debating Rolo and Mike.
Sure.
And then Saturday, Zerka, me and you?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
What is it? Saturday, then Monday?
Yeah, the Monday.
Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah,
so Saturday, me and Zerka are debating Christ and Catholicism.
Yeah.
Ortho Bros.
We're going to talk
rejoice.
about saints.
We can talk about
Praying to
saints.
saints.
Praying to saints.
I will not.
That's the one I'm prepared for the most because You're a pastor?
Yeah, you're going
Anyways,
down.
we got.
I don't mind losing a pastor. That makes me look, dude. I'm a
Okay, so
bouncer.
possibly Mike Rashid next week, and then we also have
the
we have
20th.
Sharp on the 20th.
Yep.
Okay, cool. That's
Awesome,
it.
man. We want to thank you guys so much for checking us out. Yeah, this is the most views we've ever gotten by
Also, and then
times.
if you haven't subbed to the main channel, we're trying to get that up to 4,000 watch hours so we can actually take.
We got to 4,000 watch hours
We're definitely
tonight. We got to
definitely
4,000
over that
watch
now.
hours
Thank
tonight.
you very much for your
And hit the like.
participations. Yeah, so
Say it
thank
again,
you
what, John?
guys.
What's the viewer count tonight?
We've had like about 5,000 people watch us.
Been very good.
Hit the
Thank
like,
you.
hit the share, hit the save.
All right, guys, we will see you all in 7 days. We'll see you all next week. Please stay tuned and subscribe to Access Vegas.